Back to last post.
All right, hey, we on? We on? Yeah. Peace, y'all. This is the Views from the Seven podcast. You guys spend some joy with my homeboys. And so,
Boots on the ground.
the wifey,
Ew.
Ivan.
What's good?
Yeah, man, I was just looking at some of the Snow White shit, man. That's fucked up, man. I didn't know it was that bad, though. I don't think I've ever watched any of the movies.
You never watched the cartoon?
Snow White?
Mm-hmm.
No, we read the book.
What?
I don't think I've ever seen
Read
Snow
the
White.
book?
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
So I like, wait.
You had like the
Snow White is about the mirror, right?
No.
Mirror on the wall, right?
No, Snow White is the one that gets put in a coma, and then the prince had to come and kiss her to wake her up, and she had the 7 dwarfs, and they was running trains on her.
So what's mirror on the
That
wall?
was Snow White.
That was Snow White.
Yeah.
That's a part of it too.
Oh.
And then the lady at the end like turned into a dragon and shit. That's
Oh,
Snow White, right?
I
No.
need to touch up
That's
on my
Sleeping Beauty.
storyline.
You getting your Disney
Oh
characters
wait, so yeah, Sleeping Beauty is mirror on the wall too, ain't it? Who's the fairest of them all?
I've
Yeah.
never seen Snow White then. I do know about the dwarfs.
mixed up. Snow White is the dwarfs. Yes.
Yeah.
And the 7 dwarfs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then she she ate something and fell asleep.
The apple. wasn't it?
Apple.
Oh, okay. I know my shit then.
Yeah.
I think I seen it once.
Yeah, I did. My mom bought us like all the Disney classics when I was little, and the books too. So we had the Disney books and the
Yeah.
movies.
Did y'all have
So I seen it.
Shazam?
Boy, what?
Was it bad?
I'm not mad at the
No.
I'm not mad at the white people like slandering Snow White though for what they feel it's like woke or whatever, because I felt the same way about Candyman.
Yeah, you did.
I felt the
Yeah.
same fucking like, what the fuck? Y'all to turn this nigga to Malcolm X?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the movie itself though. Like the star of Snow White is kind of doing this to herself. This is
Yeah, she's
This is
single-handedly
self-inflicted,
killing
yeah.
the movie, but
Yeah.
I never noticed neither in the Candyman. Like, he didn't kill no black people.
yes he did.
In the first one?
In the first one, he definitely did.
Who was black that he
The
killed?
best friend.
What about the second one then? I can't remember. The second one was horrible.
Second one was
I don't
terrible.
know. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember much of that other than the art gallery, and that was
man,
it.
turn my nigga up. Martin Luther Candyman, bro. So I'm with that. I'm genuinely scared of what's gonna happen with this people under the stairs shit. With Jordan Peele, I think he is a terrible director.
You don't like Jordan Peele movies?
No, he made one great movie, and I have never seen a director
Milk it. for
get
so long.
hype like that. Get the hype that he got off of one movie.
But it was a great movie.
You didn't like Us?
Us was decent. Get Out was the movie. Though.
Yeah, get out the
Yeah,
movie.
like
Yeah.
I think it was deserving, and he kind of found like
Yeah.
a niche and kind of stuck with that.
I
He
haven't
did
watched
what
those.
we always like. We kind of kill our favorite music artists because they put out their first great album and then they switch it up. So he's actually found something that works for him, keeps doing it, and then he still gets
that's
the
not true.
criticism. It sounds like it.
No,
Sounds like it.
he been on like a downward spiral. Like I like Wes Craven.
Mhm.
People don't remember how. I mean, it's a cult classic now, but people don't remember how like Vampire in Brooklyn was getting killed. It's a Wes Craven
Yeah.
movie.
Is
so
it?
yeah. So you know what he did? He doubled back and then created Scream.
I know it's created all those. I really only know him from Friday, Nightmare on Elm Street.
13th.
Yeah, no, he did Nightmare on Elm Street, I believe.
Yeah, what's crazy?
Yeah, you know, because you know, Vampire in Brooklyn was very, very. At that time, it was.
Trash.
No, they trashed the movie, but it was a weird time for Eddie because you know Eddie was trying to be more serious, and they
Okay.
wanted comical Eddie. So
Yeah.
the stories that came out of that movie, but yeah, that's a Wes Craven film. And then he came back and he gave us Scream, but Jordan Peele gave us Get Out.
Us.
Us was cool, and then
Nope.
no, he didn't direct Candyman, but he had something to do with it.
Yeah.
And then it went into Nope, and then it just.
I never seen Nope.
I haven't seen Nope either.
I have no.
He lost
Yeah.
me a little bit after us.
See,
I like Us.
I like the ending of Us.
Yeah, it was kind of a slow burn for me.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
Us fell off after the niggas came out of the cave. That's when it was kind of like, up until then, it was all right.
No.
So half of the movie was
Yeah,
solid.
I don't think you appreciated it then because the reveal, like, oh, she's been the tether the whole time.
That was the plot twist.
That was like, that fucked me up. I was
And
like,
she
oh,
still
shit.
get whooped out. All that shit, the big reveal, and then she dies anyway.
But it was like, to me, that was one of the best plot twists I've ever seen. Like,
Yeah.
for me, like, originally. Like, I can't think of another plot twist was like, oh, like, I've been seeing this shit the whole, other than maybe like, what, Sixth Sense? Like, I would put that plot twist on par with like Sixth Sense.
You know what? I'm gonna take my apology. I'm gonna apologize to Jordan Peele.
Why?
Cause Shyamalan, that nigga been getting us since Sixth Sense.
What you go?
That's his name, right? M Knight
I
Shyamalan.
don't even know what that is.
Oh, who was that?
Shyamalan.
Shyamalan.
You got me fucking it up.
Shyamalan.
Oh my
M.
God!
Night Shyamalan.
This nigga been living off this movie for 2 decades now.
What else has he done?
What? He gave us
He gave Signs,
Signs.
which was decent.
He gave us
Signs
the
was
trilogy.
decent.
The trilogy. Glass.
He gave it Glass.
Beast.
Glass.
It's called Beast.
Unbreakable. It's Unbreakable.
Unbreakable.
Glass and Split.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Split I heard was really good. I've never watched
Split
it.
was nice. Split was decent.
So he's did it. Now he gave us Old M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, that reveal was trash.
It was.
He had me until.
was.
It
pissed.
was.
And me and wifey just watched another movie of his, and I'm like, what the fuck is Trapped? Trap?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Trap was okay.
That was
I
some
wasn't.
bullshit.
I didn't hate Trap.
I didn't hate it. You know what I'm
I didn't
saying?
hate it.
Yeah,
I think M. Night Shyamalan.
Shyamalan Ham been bullshit.
Shyamalan.
No, he got a solid body of work. Now, Lady in the Water was some complete bullshit.
That's when he was fucking the mermaid.
The mermaid.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That was some complete. You didn't like The Village?
It's okay.
Yeah, so he got some
They
decent
let him
work.
put a lot of bullshit out there
He got some decent work, man.
because
We
of
can't do that.
because of damn, what's the movie?
Sixth
called?
Sense.
Six
I
Sense.
don't even call it Sixth Sense.
Mermaids
I see
got
dead
vaginas?
people, nigga. No, he was fucking it though.
What movie is this?
Lady in the Water.
Like in the tub and shit.
Yeah. That was just some weird shit.
Yeah, I mean it was decent. Well, shout out to Shyamalan been on some bullshit, man.
Shyamalan.
Yeah, he put out he got like nigga, I can make whatever I want to make off of. See? No, I gotta say fuck Jordan Peele again.
Lord.
No, because you gave us a great movie and you gave us a great trilogy. Shyamalan. I can't even take it. Unbreakable, Split, and Glass. That's a solid trilogy.
I don't think Unbreakable was like that to me.
What?
It wasn't like that. I never saw Split, but I heard Split was amazing. Unbreakable wasn't like that. I think Samuel L. Jackson's character was great. I don't think the movie in and of itself was like.
That's Bruce Willis. I'm kind of sad when he died too.
Cause he on his way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's on deck.
He on his way. King Von is
Oh Lord.
sitting at the roof.
Yeah, miss my Uncle Charles, y'all.
Bruce Willis gonna be took to the O in the quiet.
Oh,
It's
man.
gonna be a minute. It's close. It's close. King Von is right there. Yeah. Shit. Anybody? Shout out to everybody out there doing it, man. Me and wifey went to go check out a live joint. Shout out to 88.1 for that. I want to say shout out to us first of all. Getting out of the house. Yeah, for those that's been knowing this for a long time. It's 2 days out of the year where we kind of be in the room. In the dark, kind of like depressed and shit. This is the first time. My son, since he passed away. This is the first time where we like actually. I'm not even gonna say we. I'm not even gonna put her in it. Where I was like, I want to choose to like celebrate him in my own way. I don't want to be like depressed in my room and shit. And shout out to wifey and my kids for helping with that, man. So we went outside a little bit. It was no turn up, but it was just just to be active and So we went to the Wake Up Squad on 88.1. Their live joint. It was
Who
cool.
all gonna be there? Is that the name of it?
No, that was just their flyers.
Oh, okay.
That's the slogan for the event.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought. Oh, okay. I was like, oh, I like that. That's catchy.
But
who all gonna be there?
yeah, man, shout out to them, man. I got to check it out. It was also cool that I got to see somebody else doing it that wasn't us.
Yeah.
How do you feel like you got to fully enjoy the experience, like as a viewer, or do you feel like because we're in this lane also when we do this, like you kind of looked at it through experienced eyes?
Critiquing.
A little bit of both.
Okay.
A little bit of both. Like I genuinely like me and wife who came in there, went right to it, couple shots, some drinks, got my hookah. But immediately I was like, you gotta keep, like this is live, like you gotta keep the people's attention.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it was a little bit of critiquing, but it wasn't like I was sitting there, you know what I'm saying, like
Picking it apart.
Yeah, picking it apart. I wasn't
Yeah.
doing that because it was this seasoned lady that I think was trying to get at wifey and I. So she had my attention. She was 52, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you, like she one of the best bodies I've seen, like period. At 50,
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna, not even just putting her age out there. I was just like, damn, okay. And she was there with a date. And I don't know what the fuck happened, but he kept leaving. Like that, and I mean leaving for like long periods of
Extended
time,
period
right?
of time,
So
yeah.
she at this point she get to rolling her eyes and she was like, man, we just here. If he listened to this, I'm sorry, but she was like, I don't know what this is, whatever, and then she just kept like slowly like curiosity about wifey and I, and the next thing we know, man, we sharing hookah with her and shit. But I wasn't, I really wasn't on that. But like, she probably got caught us at like it ain't my son's birthday. I probably would have.
No, we would not have. Boy, what?
What?
No,
Man, look, man.
no.
Say what
She
you
did
gotta
have a
say.
nice body, but absolutely
Say
not.
what you gotta say.
Yeah,
Did he come back in after she started hanging out with y'all?
he did.
Yeah,
but
he kept coming in and leaving.
He ain't
yeah.
Like
he
4
didn't say
times
nothing?
while we was there, bro.
Like actually, when we were leaving, he got out again and went outside again when we were leaving.
Jeez.
So and left her inside by herself.
So,
He was tripping.
I
don't know what he
had
was doing.
asked her straight up, like, what's going on? And she was just like, he says he doesn't do big crowds. I'm like, so.
I mean, that's why Classic Juice seems like the perfect place. There ain't no big crowd going in there.
I mean,
It was
yeah.
kind of packed though, because they had all the chairs and stuff. So
Oh,
it was
yeah.
like really not.
Yeah.
I could see how if somebody was like claustrophobic, I could see how that would. Probably,
Claustrophobic, absolutely. Big
Yeah.
crowds, that's not the you don't say you don't do big crowds at Classic
And then,
Juice. This is the place for you then.
and then wifey and I, man, we went to another spot, man. Shout out to, like, Ivan, you popped up later, man. I felt like I was in the middle of a war for a minute, right? It was just me. And I'll be cool and like I don't like to be like I've never ever in life like to be around like a lot of men.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I felt like, I'm around, some attractive women. Even if we, I'm not even on that with none of them. We're not even on that with none of them. It was just it was the atmosphere. I'm chilling and shit. And it was I want to say genuinely, this was the first time where I was like surrounded by beautiful women, and then they started talking.
Uh-oh.
What were they saying?
Oh man, when I say they went from, I'm not even gonna say tens. They were like very beautiful. Y'all were like, we talking about 15, 20. Man, I dropped that shit down to about a 4. One of the chicks,
I don't date broke nigga energy.
off top, not even I don't date broke nigga energy. It was,
I don't date my same tax bracket.
you can have money, but it gotta be fast money.
Oh,
Yeah.
like by legal means?
Kind of, sort of, yeah. So I'm like, damn. And then one of the chicks popped up straight up and was like, hey, I'm in that private jet lifestyle. And I was like, oh, damn.
Why was she there then?
It was so many questions that could have been asked at the time, but you know, shout out. I think I'm, I probably gonna bring one of them on the show, man. Just to, it was just an interesting perspective for me because I had never like been around it face to face. And
how'd it make you feel?
Oh, like a peasant, right? And so, I'll be, me and wifey like a team and shit. The one thing I'm really starting to like, it's starting to piss me off a little bit.
Okay.
Is niggas throw that y'all married shit out there.
What do you mean?
Meaning what?
Like, they'll be like, well, we're single. Y'all married.
Okay.
I'm like, it makes me feel like hella old and like we don't have fun either.
Y'all in rare
because
everybody can't stay married. Retain a marriage, a healthy marriage.
It's
true.
like, but it's not
true.
in that context. It's in the context of like, kind of like y'all not outside. Y'all don't know what's going on. Kind of like y'all old type shit.
Oh,
Like
okay.
what? Like the you don't got no kids, so you can't tell me how to parent energy.
Kind of,
Yeah,
sort of.
yeah.
I don't like that
Yeah.
shit, man. Cause it's like,
Yeah.
man, we still be kicking it. And to be honest with you, when me and wifey do what me and wifey do, I kind of damn near feel like it's harder for us
Yeah.
than versus someone that's just single.
Mm-hmm. So they got morals all of a sudden. Once you throw your marriage out there, they don't want to do it under the sanctity of God.
No, it's just like if you're talking to somebody that's like single
And dating.
or just period,
Yeah.
they'd be like, oh, y'all already married. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah, we like bitches.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
We like bitches though. So
Nobody know where the head
Yeah,
goes
it's
when
just-
the door closed.
it's, but it's an interesting perspective for me.
It was very interesting. I would say as a woman hearing it, it was kind of like, okay, what are we doing here? It just, I don't know. It kind of solidified how I feel about the dating scene as far as like a woman and a couple that's dating another woman is kind of like, okay, so you bitches think that we finna come out here and really just be breaking the bank on you. Like you're expecting all these lavish things, and for what? Like, what is the payoff?
Yeah.
Like, no, I've
Coochie.
never been that pressed. You can get coochie before you can get a meal sometimes.
all the time. All the time. I'm just glad.
Like,
I'm glad y'all are experiencing it in real time the
that's
way I'm experiencing it in
crazy.
real time.
But I think the game. This is where the game fucked up at, and I'm probably already stepping out of bounds because I am married. But this is where the game. I think women fucked up at is they let the niggas find out that we can fuck without lavishing you. Once I've been out the game a long time. We like to do what we do. We don't do this because we have like any holes in our relationship.
Yeah.
This is all about like addition, right? So I can afford to be shallow.
Yeah.
But oh man, I'll never buy another bitch a drink again.
Ever. When I tell you, ever. Like, no.
One drink or like 7?
Fuck no.
I mean, no, we got them on sale and shit. That place was. I mean, that place was cool. That place was, because new places they be trying to like tax you and shit.
Yeah.
But once wifey told me the bill, I was like, oh, that wasn't nothing.
Yeah,
but I think what we
separate
was
check,
drinking
please.
already was on sale.
Yeah.
Okay.
Separate
But
check.
it was just a simple fact that
We need you to split that.
I bought you a drink.
Say,
I bought you a drink and then hearing you talk, it was kind of like, oh, bitch, you could have bought this on your own.
Right.
And not, if anybody hear this, I'm not like calling them bitches, but just saying.
Yeah.
But
Did they ever reciprocate? Like, oh no, you bought 2, let me get you 1.
no, but once they started talking, I understood it. Like I think, and then they started going into which heightened, like not necessarily heightened my senses, but like, oh, this is really how it goes because now they're giving away free game. Like you start drinking a little bit, now you're giving away. Now they're going into the pretty bums.
Cute bum status, yeah.
The bitches that be automatically just expecting the drinks and shit off of their looks, and now you just giving the game away.
That's crazy.
So I said, yeah, man, thank y'all,
Was it like
thank y'all. But I did think at one point like I was gonna be up in there arguing with them because, how one of the young ladies was talking, and she was like, yeah, I want my nigga to not only to have money but have fast money. I want him to be intimidating. Like niggas know he can't play with me. If I fucking around and end up fighting up in there, he gonna be there fighting with me. He gotta have fast money. And I was like, man, your standards are high as shit.
She had kids.
I mean, I'm gonna let her get into her story. I'm gonna bring
when
when we bring her on. But you know, when you start revealing the behind the curtains, you know what I'm saying. But it was just like, damn, I had never heard these conversations from women like face to face. It's usually some Twitter, Instagram shit that you see when I'm like, damn,
in real time.
They sound like
it's tax season.
They sound like winter. They sound like winter. If you ever read The Coldest Winter Ever, they sound like winter.
Yeah.
And she like midnights.
It's tax season, so they out a little bit more.
But draw the line when it comes to pimps. Like,
That's crazy.
because I was just
that's the fastest money right there.
Like
we got into the conversation about like Vegas men, right? And they was like how they was feeling like they hadn't come across a lot of Vegas men. And I'm like, you know, I'm from here. Mm-hmm. Now it's a lot of dudes that I don't get, you know. I mean, I'll say I'm too old now, but there are dudes that I'm not fond of out here like that. But I can probably count on my hand. I'm too old, you know what I mean? But I don't know too many like born and raised Vegas dudes that's like I would call like bitch ass niggas.
Yeah.
I can't. There's not too many, right? And I'll be telling them, I'm like, you know, y'all be getting confused because she was talking about like she be fighting niggas and all this shit, and I'm like,
the fuck,
right? So so I'm telling her, I'm like, bro, you know, I'm born and raised here, and there's a lot of niggas out here that's just retarded. Like, you know who and who not to play with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And on top of that, it ain't even who you know how to play with. Like, shit, you fuck around with a Vegas nigga out here. Yeah, you whoop him out. Yeah, but you don't know who his family is.
Part 2, part 3.
You know what I'm saying? Right, you don't know who his family is. You don't know. And I said, y'all, you know, it seems like y'all run into a lot of people that maybe live here, but not from here. Mm-hmm. And
which is a difference.
And y'all getting y'all experiences from these dudes. Yep. But yeah, this nigga's right. You don't play with. So oftentimes when you see niggas giving each other respect, it's because either one, it's a respect thing, or two, it's like, nigga, we made it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, we made it, nigga. We up in here kicking it and shit. From that's what we've come through, you know, what we've been through. Because nigga, it's a lot of niggas from my childhood, not even from my childhood, from high school on, that's either locked up forever or gone. So a lot of this shit, it ain't gotta be, you know, we when you see people, man, you showing them love because it's like, yeah, nigga, we made it. But y'all be letting these niggas, because a lot of the pimps I know don't even be outside like that. You would know they pimps. Now the bitches, I mean, you know they prostitutes. But the dudes, the ones that I know of, they don't even be like, they don't be outside like that. One, because they don't want to be known, and two, it's too hot outside. Yep. It's always hot outside for these type of dudes. Yeah. So they ain't outside like that, no way. So I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, it's like, that's why I always fight back when I see it online. Not as much anymore because I don't give a fuck. But like sometimes it still trigger me because, like, again, for me, knowing when I was in high school, Las Vegas had 500,000 people. Like now, Las Vegas has 3 million people. Yeah. So that's, you know, and not all of them are born here. So obviously these people are imported. So you saying you're giving the experience or opinion on Vegas men based on like we're a sixth of the population. Right. You know what I'm saying? The Las Vegas people, and that's Las Vegas. That's not like black. So the experience you're getting is a lot more smaller. Like we're not as prevalent as you think we are. Like we're here. There are absolutely some Las Vegas natives, but we're not the majority of the people that live here. Like the majority of the people that live here are imports. So to say Vegas men, no, say the niggas you met in Vegas. Yeah. That's a different conversation.
And then you start describing the type of niggas you're into, and you getting the consequences of what you like.
Yeah, niggas flock here and try to rebrand themselves from what they was in their own home city.
That too. Yep. The majority of the time.
A lot of that.
AKA California.
So I was finna say it'd be a lot of people, Atlanta, Chicago, and then they come out here and then they learn really quickly. Cali. Like, yeah, you wasn't tough back home. You definitely not tough out here.
I think it's crazy that we just like was it 2 weeks ago? Was it 2 weeks ago where we was just talking about how corny like LA politics is? Yeah. Are getting, and then it's I don't know. We back in like a weird spot in rap again.
Boy, rest in all.
It was fucking it was quiet for a minute. And you know, when I be seeing shit like that outside, man, I be like, man, you know, I would rather have Kanye ranting on Twitter versus what I be seeing. And you know what I'm saying, you got niggas laid out in the street dead. Yeah. You know, RICOs, motherfuckers getting arrested for capital, not just murder. Capital. When I hear capital murder, it's either life in prison or death penalty. So,
A lot has happened in rap in the last few days.
Really, it has.
Yeah.
you know,
And not just to like the California region. Like if you look at Memphis, Tennessee, they really got some crazy shit going on too. They just had somebody just passed away
Recently, like in a couple hours.
a day ago. Yeah.
Sauce Walker's artist, and he's actually from there. I believe he's from there.
From
I
Memphis.
want to say his name like Say So P or something
Say
like
So
that.
P. Yeah.
But it's one of them things where nigga jump on Twitter and now I'm seeing a nigga laid out in the street. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got his death and shit. So nigga, content create my motherfucking murder or my death. However I go out, make that shit look good.
What?
I don't want my shit just to be.
Oh, you want different angles?
Yeah, I don't
You
want
want
my
them
shit
to
to just a
set
nigga
the
just
tripod up
this
on the
nigga
side?
Just, you know what I'm saying?
You trying to go
While you
viral
walk
one
into
last
the
time?
place?
Do me like how the nigga be do whatever the nigga is on TV where they dumping his face and he dumping his face in the ice and
Oh
shit.
God! Get him off my timeline, please. Get
Like
him off
content create my
timeline.
shit. You know what I'm saying? Make my shit look real good, man. I don't want to be on the internet, nigga. Just laid out in the street all bloody and shit. But they say Sauce Walker, I think he's been shot at or shot every year since 21.
Jesus.
Nigga, stay inside.
Where is he from?
He is from Houston.
What is
But his
so?
artist is from Memphis.
So what's the issue
Who
with
Sauce
him?
beefing with?
It's just, I don't know.
been
Beef
with
shit.
Honeycomb Brady,
I just
wasn't
started
he?
listening to him this year, last year. So I don't know too much of, you know.
His history on beefs.
Yeah. I did know that. Well, I didn't even know that. I just learned that the Yellow Beezy and the Mo 3,
You just
And they were
learned that?
friends
They
at
been
first.
beef.
they've
But
been
they-
beefing though.
But they were friends at first. They have like pictures of them together and everything.
Jesus. They said it started with, is it Yellow Beezy knocked off Mo
Allegedly.
3's? Allegedly knocked off
The comedian guy.
comedian, right?
Yeah.
Skip Man. So that's how that kind of like started.
Shit.
So they've been
What
going.
Skip Man?
He
His
was
name
he
like
was
Roy
like
Lee, a comedian from I think Dallas, and they were saying that what I read on Twitter. Let me say that is that I guess Buddy was like trying to say that Yellow Beezy wasn't from the neighborhood or whatever that he was saying he was from. So escalated from there.
Yeah. So yeah, but he got arrested for capital murder. So damn it, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know what's going on right now. I've been in a pickle. Cause you know, there's been a lot of talk about like these people, these platforms are like helping the police, right?
Right? I agree.
But I'm not in agreement
Why?
because you still have the freedom of choice. Like, I think we're in sadly, like we are in the day and age of where like, you know, the gangsters and those that's really into gang politics, they come with the fucking marketing promotion budget now. Like, the police is always gonna be there. That don't mean you gotta talk to them.
I agree.
So these platforms are here. That don't mean you gotta go on there and like talk about actual gang business and then be surprised that the police is actually listening. That's not.
Are you paying attention to those people on those platforms if they're not talking about this?
No.
I think Adam is doing great with the porn.
Is he?
Fuck yeah. I think the porn side of things is doing better than No Jumper.
Every time I see him on the timeline, it's him talking to the gang members.
No,
Yeah.
him and then you gotta follow his wife, and him and his wife be actually like they be all over Twitter fucking, and then they bring on so what they do is they you know they in the porn game.
Yeah.
But what they do is they interview the lady, and then
Not sex with her.
they have sex with her. His wife was everywhere when he
He brought the one guy.
when she
the one
fucked
black dude in.
what's Jason? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that side of the game is flourishing for him. I don't see him necessarily.
So why do he even entertain the street LA politics?
Because it's like a one-stop shop. That's smart to me.
I don't see the point as much. I genuinely don't. Outside of
you may not follow, but if you follow his wife, you would.
I don't follow either one of them, but I just like when they brought the one Jason guy on, that was all over the timeline. Outside of that, I don't see them as much on my timeline.
His dick all over Twitter.
Over Twitter.
Which is, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying that's how far into the porn game he's in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's actually like showing his shit. So, he's doing. He has I want to say damn near almost a monopoly on the LA scene. You got No Jumper where you doing the low key artists and
the gang members,
et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
The gang members.
And you had, you got Whack on there. He had Sharp on there for the pimp side. You got the porn. He had all angles, literally and figuratively. You know what I mean? So I can't be mad at that. There's only so much hip hop that people want to watch or listen to.
I agree with that.
And Vlad.
I was going to say, is he the new Vlad?
I see Art of Dialogue.
I see Art of Dialogue more than I see Vlad these days, but they still doing amazing.
Vlad
still doing amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I liked Vlad more for the cartel stories. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like Vlad more for the cartel stories versus the hip hop ones. Art of Dialogue is still kind of like on the. He'll transition a little bit, but he still be doing like Tupac,
Charleston White,
Biggie angles and shit like that. But Vlad
have actual cartel members on there.
Yeah,
cartel members, mob.
That's crazy.
You know, and that's the thing though, because it's our community. You know, we would like to associate him with like just hip hop.
Yeah,
but he does all that shit, all of it. Mob, cartel, hip hop, movies, actors, all that shit. We just know him more for hip hop and the snitching aspect of it, but it's a lot more than that.
They say time heal all wounds. I think my issue with No Jumper is they do a lot of LA street politics, and that shit is like current times or it's very recent times. It's not so far in the past, like when we had Terry on the show and he was talking about shit that happened 20 years ago. So
but it's not him though. It's niggas that's actually involved, which them are supposed to be the ones that's supposed to be smarter than that. You can't be mad if I'm fucking. It's like if I'm Phil Jackson.
Yeah.
I'm Phil Jackson. These gang, you know what I mean? This shit is doing numbers. So it almost turned into, nigga, this is the Michael Jordan of my fucking channel.
Right.
I can't be mad. You can't be mad at Phil Jackson for going up there and highlighting what Jordan is doing. You can't be mad at that.
This shit is happening with some real life consequences though.
Y'all supposed to be smarter than that. Niggas ain't.
I agree.
That's like one of the first things that you learn as a gang member is that you're not supposed to be
moving silent.
But social media has changed that aspect because it's like these younger that's supposed to be gangsters, like they want the fame, they want the attention, and then it's like you're basically building your own case.
Attention is the new currency.
Yeah, but it's hard to point the finger at them when the OGs are talking too. Jay Prince is all over the radio or all over the podcast for a while. You got Wack, who's an older cat. You got Big U, who's an older cat. You got fucking the nigga who got arrested for shooting Tupac. I can't think of the nigga name.
Oh yeah,
KPD.
Yeah.
You got the older niggas talking too. So how you can't be mad at the young niggas for talking and saying shut up when the OGs is doing all the talking too.
That's a fair point.
It's a lot of people, and it's a thing. I like to always say like this is just the internet though, right? But there's a lot of people that I don't know if they would get the respect that they feel like they have if people didn't know what they did.
Yeah,
I think that draws people out more to speak on what they've done in anything, because we in the day and age of if we can't see it, it didn't happen.
Show me what you done or show me what you did. People didn't respect Jay Prince until he have to come out and remind people who he is.
That's hard to fucking.
See, that I don't agree with though. Like if you if you knew about Houston, you knew about Jay Prince. If you knew about Houston and hip hop, Jay Prince was synonymous with it. Like before he showed his face, before he started talking, before he wrote a book, before he did any of those things, you associated Houston hip hop with Jay Prince without having to see him.
I agree. But I think it's a fine line of, I don't have to tell people who I am, but then you got a whole new generation of kids, the younger generation look at Jay Prince like, nigga, who
are you? Yeah.
My reputation precedes me though. I shouldn't. If I'm Jay Prince, I shouldn't have to come out and tell you who I am because nigga, the streets. If you ever get too far right or left, the streets will remind you like nigga, Jay Prince is Jay Prince.
The game have changed though. What they call them the YNs, man. They don't really respect.
They don't respect nobody.
Like that. So you know what I mean. Sometimes, if your self-esteem is not as big as you would think it is, you got to remind niggas this is who I am. You know what I mean? The only part is you got niggas going on the internet doing it. That's
an ego thing though. Like if I'm allegedly, because I'm a square nigga and I'm not in that type of bracket. Well, excuse me, I'm not in that tax bracket. But like if I'm Jay Prince, like I don't need to remind you niggas because I'm him. Like I'm really him.
To whom? The question.
To everybody. To all the niggas you look up to me. Not only that, but like from my understanding, Jay Prince had legitimate businesses. He was like a cattle rancher and all these other things. So like I really make money in the streets and in the industry and in a bunch of different areas. Why do I need to remind? Why do I need the new niggas coming up to know who I am? Like I'm an established legitimate businessman. Like why the fuck am I talking to a bunch of young niggas who probably don't care anyway? I can come out and tell you a million stories, and the niggas who don't care still ain't gonna fucking care. They be like, oh, that's a cool story. That's nice to know your story, but I still don't give a fuck that you Jay Prince.
It's the ego. He wants them to give a fuck about who he is.
I'm not.
Like, want to stay relevant.
If I'm 20 years old, I don't give a fuck.
Write my legacy of who I am based off of what you're going through currently. So I have to get out there and tell my story. If I'm Jay Prince, you YNs will rewrite my story quick as hell.
That's a hard battle, man, when you see shit going against you on social media.
Yeah, but they gotta be like, you have to be smarter. You know, what's the statutes of limitation on fucking murder? Like, you can go to jail at any time for murder. Like, why would you?
In some places,
in most places you can. That's why they're getting arrested. Because in most places you can.
I don't think there's a statute of limitation on murders.
There is.
Like in certain crimes, yes, there's a statute of limitation.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. It doesn't have it. Like you can get
murder doesn't.
No,
murder
like
doesn't.
you can get. Why are you
like
telling people that?
Years.
Why are you telling people that? You know you can go to jail because hey, this case is still open. It's a cold case. That's why they call them cold cases. Is because although someone is they're not actively working it. It's so old. Sometimes they go back and start working those cases again. And you can get arrested. You could be 80 years old and murder somebody and get arrested
especially
for that murder.
Information presents itself. Like, oh, a nigga who hasn't talked for the last 60 years decided to open his fucking mouth. Yeah, let's go in the back and pull that box out.
Case out.
And go back through this evidence again. Like,
let's
shut
pull
up.
that case out. Like,
that's why I like R&B. Because Quincy Jones just said, listen, until the day I die, I just want to fuck white women. And a couple niggas too, but you know.
I can only speak for me, but that's why, like, you know, home where we are in Las Vegas, man, I respect that all the niggas that I knew that was like really with the shit blended beautifully into the public eye. You wouldn't even know who they are at this point. Yeah, man. Shout out to whatever they got going on out there, man. But that I'm not mad at the AB one. I really looked at that like, oh, that nigga. But it did. I don't know. The Big U shit was smart to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I know it's extortion, but like,
if you're gonna store somebody,
I sent niggas to get you. Then I'm gonna play the savior, and then I'm gonna extort you out of more money for saving you. That's fucking smart to me.
And that's why he needs to go to jail.
Allegedly,
yeah.
But that's smart as shit. I ain't gonna lie to you, that's smart as fuck, bro.
Put him up under there.
Except the AB shit. The AB shit, he probably would have been hung up on a wall versus being pressed. Like, you got niggas out of millions of dollars with shady dice.
That's crazy. And that's why I tell you, don't be shooting dice with everybody.
Oh, really?
He was getting niggas
talking
out
about Big U shit?
No, Adrian Broner threw a celebrity dice game on damn near.
Okay.
But he was getting niggas out of 5 million with shady dice.
And none of these niggas realized the dice was shady.
Big U stepped up. Big U stepped up and said, I get y'all money back
But for a percentage.
for a percentage. It's like $100K.
Okay.
If I lost $5 million though,
Yeah,
You can have that.
you can have $100K
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, you can have that.
But
that was
I don't
the
feel
thing,
like
bro.
extortion.
That was I think that was in there.
Service fee.
That was in
That's
the
a service
indictment.
fee.
That was in the indictment, but I was kind of like, nah, AB should have been. And he said
AB brought fucking loaded dice to a fucking.
it was like basketball players and
How does that work though? So like when
Nobody
when
switched the
shoot
dice?
That's what I was going to say. Like when you shoot dice, don't you use the same dice?
They used to,
I
Don't
really-
you?
I
Don't
don't-
y'all
if
both
I'm-
use the
change
same
these
dice?
But if I'm also winning, I'm not thinking about the dice. So AB probably got a lot of niggas out of a lot of money, but it was probably some other dudes in there that also did the same thing.
Cause ain't that the same shit that got Offset killed?
Yeah, but don't y'all
Takeoff
shoot
killed?
with the same
No,
dice?
Takeoff wasn't even involved. Takeoff was a bystander.
But the dice game with Quavo.
But it started with a dice game,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
he,
but
he realized that it was fixed. Yeah, you're right. That just came out a couple days ago.
That dice game was fixed?
That dice game was
That's what I'm
really.
saying,
Oh,
man.
wow.
That's the whole shit
Niggas don't
that
switch
took up.
dice.
Oh, I thought it was on some gym shit.
If my dice rigged, I'm making sure I'm shooting first. I'm shooting first. I'm never getting off the dice. You know these motherfuckers is
If
rigged.
the dice is loaded, I'm steady winning. It's your
By,
loaded dice.
by the time you realize these dice are loaded, your money is gone. If I'm shooting with loaded dice, if I know I'm shooting with loaded dice,
Are you familiar with loaded dice?
yes.
Okay.
I'm from
Because
Northtown.
I've only, but I've only seen like what does loaded dice look like?
They look exactly like regular dice.
They look like
They just load it to where you're gonna always hit 7 or 11, the odd or the even numbers that you need to get your point. Most of the time, you don't even get a point.
How do you load dice?
that. I
They
don't
come,
know.
They like trick dice. They come bought.
That I
like
don't know. That I don't know. I don't know how you load them,
So
but
it must be weight.
It's the weight. It's the weight of the dice.
So you still not.
It weighs more on the 3 or the 4 or the 6 and the 5. So you're gonna always 7-11, or your dice, your point gonna be off, but you're gonna crap out. So it's the odds is in your favor to win.
Oh, got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
I ain't never seen him in person. If I ever see some, I'm getting the fuck out. Nope.
Because you know a gun is coming out.
It's some
Yeah.
bullshit
Somebody's
about to happen.
definitely
Somebody's
pulling a
gonna
gun
get
out.
mad.
Shooting dice on the streets, I do not go past. I'm out.
I
Y'all
haven't
got it.
shot dice since I got robbed.
See, it's a certain dollar amount. Like
Because your head is down, and when you win it, you win it.
Where
So
you
your
get
head is
robbed
down.
at? Where you
I
out
was
of
at a
party?
fucking house party.
Why
You know
are
what
you
I'm saying?
shooting dice at a house party?
Because if you know when you win it, sometimes it takes a long time, right?
Yeah.
So next thing you know, nigga, the homie's gone. A lot of niggas done left because it's taking too long.
you still shooting?
We shooting 20s, nigga, and I'm hitting, I'm killing niggas. Nigga, I look up, nigga, it's a big ass hole. Like, I said, oh man, you had that.
Right.
That's crazy.
They won.
Get me out of
Because
here.
if you shooting and you on a hot streak, you're not really paying attention to the niggas around. It's more money coming. You like fuck. I want every dollar that's
you
out
got
here.
side bets, you got all this shit coming, and your head is down. And the one time I look up, niggas, a 357 in my face. What do you want me to do?
Sir.
That's why
357 in my face?
Take
It's
all of
either
this.
take this money or close casket.
I stuff my.
You want me to? Do you want me to line the bills up for you? I can flip them so they all look. I know some people be.
The only problem was we was shooting 20s. So nigga, it's game time. Man.
How much you think you got? How much you think you got robbed for it?
What, 120?
Oh, that ain't bad.
That's not
Shit.
bad.
That ain't too bad.
I shoot
They
20.
didn't
I
have-
should
they-
have had a couple
too.
hundred by then.
But if we shooting 20s, you know how long it takes to get to 120?
About
If you winning?
Nigga, that's 6 rolls. That's 6 points.
Yeah, you can do that.
That's not long at all.
Oh, you gotta
Yeah.
keep rolling.
Plus
It
you
ain't
side
like,
betting.
you're not hitting like every time. You keep rolling. And
6 points. At $20, 6 points. That's only 6 points.
Yeah,
That's
nigga,
not
I
a long.
looked- I looked
Now, if you
up.
started, if you were shooting 5s, you say you got hit for 120. You was on your knees for a long time. No homo.
right.
You was out there earning
down there for a
that. If you
minute.
shooting 20s, that don't take that long.
I don't think there's any safe way except the casinos to shoot dice.
My partner got robbed at the casino.
At the casino?
Like walk. I guess
He walked
somebody must have been watching him.
Watching them.
So as soon as he got to the parking garage, somebody got him.
Jesus Christ.
Should have left the silver nugget quicker than that.
In Reno too.
No, you,
Ooh.
oh
I
my
get robbed
God.
in Reno.
No,
Oh,
you
yeah.
shoot dice at the Silver Nugget. You might as well shoot dice outside.
Right. Damn near there.
You asking for it?
I shot at like Jerry's Nugget.
Oh,
It's
hell
different
no.
though.
You think so?
Different. Jerry's Nugget is a little bit more lit. It's a little bit more lit. It's a lot more cars.
Everything is sketchy at the silver nugget.
Silver Nugget is just.
Very dim.
If you do anything
Yeah, I'm finna
besides,
go-
if you
I'm
do
gonna
anything
shoot
at
dice on
Silver Nugget
Donna.
besides bowling, then you're a wild individual. Like you just
I don't even think Silver Nugget up anymore, right?
no, it's lit up though. It be lit up every
It
night.
be lit up every night. They still
Yeah.
paying
Still
bills.
there.
The spirit of all the bodies that was killed in that motherfucker.
Who's paying that light bill?
I don't know too many deaths at Silver Nugget.
Shit. I done heard a few people there. In that parking
Inside?
lot. Not inside, like parking lot.
No, all the deaths I know was in Santa Fe.
Santa Fe. used to
At
be a
Santa
riot.
Fe? Or
Santa Fe
Texas?
was wild. Like the first couple
What?
years Santa Fe was open.
It
When
was
the,
the, it was
when the
the
movie theater was separate.
when the movie theater was across the street.
Across the street.
Across the
Yeah.
street.
Where CarMax
Where
at.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so where the Santa Fe is now, right? If you look across the street, I think it's a church now.
Yeah, it's a church.
Yeah.
That building,
used to be
that
the
building
movie
was the
theater.
movie theater.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what
Nigga, I didn't got into a fight in that motherfucker.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over a dice game. Now think about it. We was shooting dice in the bathroom. And nigga came out said some shit.
Because what ended up happening was, you couldn't. Shit got too crazy at the Texas, so you couldn't go into Texas without
A parent.
a parent or
Yup.
guardian. So
Nigga started migrating to the Santa Fe.
everybody started migrating to the Santa Fe because the Santa Fe was a
Same
little bit more
niggatry.
loosely.
Yup.
And then
That's exactly.
sometimes you can sneak into Texas though. You sneak in the back way, you sneak in the front, and then next thing you know, nigga officers right at the door. I said, fuck.
Yup.
Because the Texas used to be Texas was the shit,
We was
man.
shooting dice. I just forgot all about that. We was shooting dice in the damn bathroom. And dude said something slick.
I miss Texas, man.
Shit. I do miss the Texas station. I ain't gonna front.
A lot of niggas
A
got
lot of memories.
A lot of niggas got shot at the Texas. Either shot or whooped out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have to get out of here, guys. Spring break is over for me, unfortunately. I have to get myself
Mentally prepared.
mentally prepared. Absolutely. So I gotta get out of
You
here.
got
Well, at
hot
least you
pants
had a
on.
spring break.
Yeah, I had a good spring break too. Yeah, I had a good spring break. I had like a hit list of like restaurants I want to try, so I hit most of them.
Okay.
I hit most of them, and then my best friend had to come in town
Can you give us
Take
your
care of
highs
business.
and lows before you get up out of here?
for spring break.
The restaurants you
Restaurants.
chose.
The highs, the lows for sure is Hattie Marie's.
Really?
Oh, really?
I didn't.
low?
What? I didn't even eat there. I went in there. We went in there, and
No.
like so.
You waited.
My daughter's sweet 16 is coming up, so we were checking out venues. So I'm like, okay, we down the street from Hattie Marie's. It's on my list, and I always want to check it out. So let's go in there, get in there, and just looking at the menu. I'm like, the prices are crazy.
Mm-hmm.
The prices are crazy. So we was like, fuck it, we just gonna split. We just gonna split meals. The girls gonna split a meal, and their mom and I was gonna split a meal. But like even that, like looking at it, I'm like, this is $100 worth of food. It was like $75 to split 2 meals and 3 drinks, and then like on top of that, it's like right on the bottom of the thing it says it's an automatic 18% gratuity.
Which is crazy. That's everywhere now
That's
too.
a-
That
automatic
service charge.
like 18, like not even 15. It's an automatic 18. So I'm getting doing the math. I'm like, this is $100 for us to split 2 meals. We out of here. So I didn't even get to eat there. So I don't know what the food is like. Highs. I don't know if you ever heard of With Love Always. It's like a little burger spot. Probably the best hamburger I had. And Bulldoggies. Bulldoggies. It's a little spot.
Where is that at?
Like Sahara and Rampart or somewhere out that way. That's probably one of the best things I ever ate. It was like a breakfast sandwich, but like on French toast bread. They French toast the bread. Shit was amazing.
Okay. Hattie Marie's, huh?
Yeah.
I haven't heard.
It's
I haven't.
expensive.
I
Shout out
haven't
to B.
heard
Marsh, man.
a lot of good reviews on that.
And it like when you walk in there, it felt very boule.
Yeah.
It felt that way. Like, oh, these is niggas with their nose turned up. All black people though. All black
Most
people
of
would
them
just.
tourists too.
I could see
Yeah,
that,
it's a
but just
tourist-
like a
it's a
lot
touristy
of
black
it
tourist
felt
spot.
very nose
Where's
turned
it at?
up ish.
It's by the outlet.
The edge of
South
the edge of the parking lot for
Shit.
the South Outlet.
Yeah.
It felt very nose
I
turned
fuck
up.
with that catfish, but it is pricey.
I heard
They said
the
the brisket
brisket
is
and stuff
dry.
is real dry.
Yeah.
That it's not a lot of flavor.
Yeah.
From-
I've
Shout out
heard
to
that
B.
too.
Marsh, man. Vegas legend.
Vegas legend, but yeah, he ain't gonna. I mean,
not gonna get these
I mean, no
coins?
shade though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I mostly went because I heard SO say the
Yeah.
fish was good.
Catfish is popping, but everything else, I don't know.
But to split 2 plates, to split an adult plate and a kid plate, to have to split it, and then you look at your bill and it's $75 before they hit you with the regular tax and the auto
That's
gratuity.
most places now, though. Where can you go these days? Even if you get a 2 2-person meal. Where can you go these days?
Chili's.
Under $100.
Chili's.
Yeah.
Shit.
Chili's, and you gonna get full. Chili's, they are gonna fill you up for less than $100.
Pause.
Pause, indeed.
Pause.
You can get you a margarita for $5.
Yup.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. The first time I went to Chili's, I came on here and I hyped that shit up. We've been back 2 times since, and
It wasn't that great.
What the same?
Nah,
I fuck with Chili's. No, it's a spot, and it's a spot I want y'all to try. It's in Henderson. They had it's like a Taco Tuesday. It's like a $30 all you can eat tacos, tequila, and margaritas. Shit was fire.
What? Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you that too. What kind of margarita did you get?
It was just a regular margarita.
Oh, okay.
That's my first time ordering a margarita, so I don't even know what I don't know what to ask for. No way.
Cadillac, baby.
That motherfucker. It was.
you know what
good.
I've been thinking about ever since we came back from Puerto Rico?
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, fucking pina colada.
Oh, yo, pina
Yeah, we had a
coladas
good pina colada
Them
out there.
motherfuckers was
That's for rum drinkers.
fire.
now? Yeah.
And they made it like a slushy. Ooh.
We went
Pina colada look like semen, so I'd be having a hard time.
White drinks is out. Huh?
Yeah, like it look like semen. Like I can't.
Like the
It's
white
the
Kool-Aid,
coconut
the
milk.
white Gatorade. You don't drink them neither, huh? Yeah, I'm the same way.
No, that's kind of gay, my nigga.
I'm the
You know what I
same
mean?
way.
I rather.
You too woke, man.
I rather eat a big stick.
You too
No,
woke.
if the texture was thick and slimy, then yeah, no. But just because it's white, that's
It's just
crazy.
it just the look. It looked like it has the same consistency.
too
So it's
woke,
just
man.
mentally, probably,
Cinderella.
probably.
Went to Emmitt Smith restaurant.
Or is it Snow White? Snow White.
Snow White.
Emmitt Smith got a new restaurant out here too, right?
Yeah, we went there.
I've seen a few
Is it
people went.
steakhouse?
Huh?
Is it steakhouse?
Yeah, it's a steakhouse. It's in
Okay.
the fashion show. Underneath Maggiano. It actually was pretty good. I gotta give him credit.
Emmett won't be seeing me. when I be on TikTok and they say the restaurant is in the
Fashion show?
swipe.
Whoop.
Why? You don't- the
I'm not
traffic and
fucking
parking?
with no.
Bro.
I ain't fucking with no restaurant in any hotel.
Fashion show-
Fashion show's a mall, babe.
Crazy, nigga. That's the strip.
It's not a hotel.
Yeah.
Real quick before I leave, anybody try Fin and Feathers? Because they're high on my list, but I have never got a chance
I
to
ain't
go.
got there yet, but
I
I have my
haven't.
list too.
I seen the breakdown though. They're no shade. I've seen the breakdown of the days. They are headed into the Mariposa Big Jerk. You can tell by the day R&B nights.
But they got happy hour.
I've heard nothing but great things about Fin and Feathers.
Yeah, but no, you can just tell by the breakdowns. Like every day they got the
Oh, see, I didn't know
something.
that.
Yeah, I seen it online, and I think they headed into. So I would say that's something that we got to check out before it get too
Okay,
crazy.
that's they're on my list. They're high on my list.
Downtown too. That's downtown, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. They got hookah there.
I don't know.
Yes,
I
they
ain't been
do.
there. Oh,
Do they?
They do have hookah there.
Ooh, nigga.
Oh, so it turned into like a lounge, like
Bro.
brunch spot.
Yeah, it's like a different area from what I saw where you can smoke hookah.
I wouldn't say
They
we
also
kind
have
of.
the happy hour.
I wouldn't say we connoisseurs. I mean, it's like a social thing, but boy, the taxes on the hookah.
Oh, they upcharging.
Oh
They going up.
my God,
Blaming Trump.
nigga, the hookah used to be a dub in a dub 5.
Like 35, no, 35 to 50.
What?
Boy,
Nigga, hookah run
50
you
for
55,
sure.
60.
Man, we'll get you
easily.
some cigarettes.
With a
Stop
refill?
playing.
Hell no.
Look at you get a carton of cigarettes for
I'm gonna
that.
start smoking a car. Yeah, real
Man,
cigarettes.
y'all playing.
55. A hookah the average hookah at a spot is 55 to
Marlboros.
60 bucks. The refill is 15 to 20.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, the refill for sure. Yesterday where we were at, it was $15.
They got happy hour on hookahs though too, don't they?
I don't
Okay,
know.
Citrus
I'm
ain't
kind
seen
of getting
one.
over hookah.
Citrus is like too far.
Yeah, that's the
And then I feel like I turned into a cigar man and I ain't had a cigar since.
Look at him, bougie.
Yeah,
Because you can control it. You can smoke on a cigar all night.
Yeah.
If you wanted to. Hookah is kind of like,
You gotta
when that
smoke
shit
it.
burn out,
It's
you know
done.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can control it.
I gotta go back to smoking cigar class again because I just ain't figured it out.
There's too many rules too.
Yeah,
It's a lot of rules, man.
too complicated.
It's a lot of rules. I think I was smoking with my bro. He was like, man, you're not supposed to put out the ash.
yeah. Don't ash it. You're supposed to let the ashes just.
See, yeah,
Yeah.
Cause I'm flicking that motherfucker like a cigarette. nigga.
That shit was just really questionable for me. Yeah, they were like, yeah, you gotta lick the paper and all. I'm like, for what? Like, I'm not holding the blunt. And then they were like, yeah, you gotta suck the suck the smoke, but don't smoke. And I'm like, huh?
But don't
But
inhale.
don't
it.
inhale. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
this is confusing.
Yeah. Yeah, and I ain't had a cigar since.
Yeah.
Man.
I think that was like the best smoking experience though that I've had was with the cigar. I'm not really. I don't really like how hookah tastes that much anymore. Like last night when we went to the second spot, I barely even smoked hookah. I was like, my stomach hurt.
Well,
I'm over this.
one of the ladies that we was with saying they had put too many
Coals.
on it, so like it was burning real hard.
Oh,
it wasn't smooth.
okay. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you though.
Done with that.
Once we went to Secrets and they gave me when they put the sickle thing on it, that kind of like fucked me up.
Yeah. Yeah.
In a
Now
good
that's
way
a
or a
nice
bad
way.
way?
In a good way, like it's smooth, and cold. Most smoke for those who like to do that shit and record it.
That was a place in Area 15, and I don't know where we was at.
Nope.
They had a. They don't go Area
Count
15
me out.
They had a hookah like a small box. It looked like a shoe box. That shit was like probably the smoothest hookah I ever smoked.
They got a John Wick like promotion thing over there at Area 15.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, when we
You said
drove
it's lit?
past it.
It's lit.
Yeah, we drove past it. I'm like,
It's like you walking into the hotel from the movie.
yeah, that's
that's
crazy.
dope.
It's like where they had where we did the was it bourbon? What did we do? Was it whiskey sipping? The whiskey tasting or
Whiskey tour.
the whiskey tour? Yeah, it's over in that area because they removed it.
Oh yeah,
Up, nigga.
I like alcohol
That shit
taste.
was like
Shit.
120,
Boy.
130 proof.
God damn, that's gas.
Yeah, it was the ones that because we were so crazy. We were like, yeah, let's try that, and
It burn
yeah,
your nostrils too, huh?
boy, it was like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's rubbing
But
alcohol.
when we went to Puerto Rico, they actually taught us how to drink it, so it wouldn't do that.
What you got to do? Sip slow or something?
Like you're supposed to first of all you're supposed to like spin the cup,
Okay.
and then it's like a degree, so your nose is not in the cup.
Okay. That actually makes sense. I never thought about
So
that.
yeah, that should burn the fuck out your nose.
yeah,
'Cause a lot of people's like put our
Yeah.
whole like face. You're not supposed to do that. It's supposed to be at like a degree.
That's smart. I'm gonna remember that when I try. I got a shot of Everclear one time, and that shit like burned all my nostrils. But I was about to die, cuss the girl out and everything.
yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
But man, outside is just getting too expensive, man.
That 18% gratuity is what's really blowing my mind. I yesterday when we were at Classic Jewel, the waitress that was serving me, she did at least like tell me up front the gratuity is already included.
Yeah.
Because
That
they
helps.
don't really
Say
tell
nothing.
you that. So and they'll try to give you the merchant copy that you just got to sign, and it don't have the breakdown on there, so you
Yep.
can see exactly what you're being charged for. It just shows you the price, and she was like, the gratuity is already in there. So I was like, oh, okay.
Miami. Everywhere we went to eat in Miami, they had gratuity built in every tab. And I'm like,
Why do you think they do that?
Because they tired of niggas going in
People
there and
don't
not
wanna tip.
tipping.
But it kind of hurts the server because, for me, if I'm receiving great service, then like if you throw that on me at the end, you getting what's on this paper.
Yep.
That's it. I'm not adding nothing extra on there because y'all done already, you going to force me to pay 18% on my tab without me even being,
And they got to split it with the other waiters.
Whether
And
I'm
you might have a
satisfied or
team full of
not.
That
shitty
throws it
waiters,
off.
and you might be the best one. So
Yeah.
why they get the same amount of money you get?
Yeah.
yeah. And then some places will be like, well, that's a service charge. That's not the tip. Yes, it is.
Shit.
That's your tip.
Bad.
That's why I'm pro. Get the Department of Education out of here.
Hey, I'm with you though. I agree. It ain't worked. It's been like 44, 45 years. We're getting dumber.
Even it's just a name, but I am pro like rehauling. Even if we're in Nevada, like rehauling the district, get a lot of these fucking. I mean, I know it's a shortage as well, but get a lot of these trash ass teachers out of here, and like really pay the ones that are great at what they do. I think
And with that, are they really getting rid of the Department of
No,
Education,
you
or
never
are they
will.
putting it back on the
They
states?
putting it back to the states.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So if your state,
it was already kind of
state dumb as
from
shit.
from like the little bit I was looking at, like the Department of Education only fund like 12% of school districts. The rest of it goes to like college shit, and it's really for like special needs and all that. But it'll probably just go to like another department. But the name itself is not like going nowhere.
it's
No
not what
problems.
everybody thinks that it is.
No.
Yeah.
But just like fear mongering, it'll be something next tomorrow.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? It'll be something next tomorrow. Nevada itself is kind of like fucked up anyways. I've always been about, even though, you know, my kids are in it, but I get, you know what I mean? Like, it's not hard to see how the system is, right? So everybody's talking about it's like just taking away the funding. Well, Las Vegas is school choice. So you already taking away from those that are that need it. Right?
Right.
So like we got all the schools, like all the inner city schools. So you probably the only probably good inner city school that you can think of right now that's like on the what you got Desert Pines probably. I know Vegas was looked at like uppity back in our day. I don't know. I really can't speak too much on that, but when you think of an inner city school, all I can think about is Desert Pines. That's like actual like solid school.
Centennial.
Because of the sports and all that shit.
Okay.
I wouldn't count Centennial. But what happens is we got school choice.
Yeah.
So school choice basically means you can kind of like choose what school you go to,
I don't
not
have to lie,
the one you
probably
zone
do
for,
that
right?
address.
The problem is when that student leaves, the funding goes with it. So
Yeah.
now all of these schools are quote unquote magnet, right? Now you see magnet, what schools do you think they're gonna go to?
Yeah.
No, you going to the Centennials and the Palos and you going to all of these schools that's not in the inner city no more, and you taking the funding with the kids. So
Yeah.
you can't do that and then complain that the inner city schools ain't getting no funding. We're doing this to ourselves, right? And we haven't even begun to talk about the private schools like the Faith Lutherans. You might as well say the Gormans, all the charter schools. And then you look at, well, why are the inner city schools are? Because the kids are leaving.
But I thought the funding was based off the zip code that's in the neighborhood that the schools is in.
I think it's per
they
student.
Yeah, that's why the proficiencies went away, because now they have a different standardized test that dictates how much funding
That's why we dumb as
That's
shit.
The problem is this Department of Education thing is actually good for us because it makes it so where our state representatives can't be lazy no more. We have the funding for the shit because of the marijuana.
I was about to say, don't that supposed to go to school?
What
Yeah.
they did was they took anything that we can afford within that federal budget. They make cuts to supplement that, so we don't have to touch what is coming from the marijuana stuff. So none of the money that's been made from marijuana has gone
used
to
to the school check.
anything school education related in Nevada.
So they was
That's
leaning on
crazy.
basically the Department of Education
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
Use their money
Nevada-
first, so we
that's
use
why
our money.
Nevada is as low as it is. We are one of the few states that solely rely on the fucking federal government, the Department of Education. That's why proficiencies were so important. That's why standardized tests were so important, even when I was in school, was because that's where they get that
The funding
determines
from.
what schools get the most money.
I feel like what fucked us was the No Child Left Behind shit.
No, we had a fuck, but Nevada. My mom, even when I was in high school, my mom said Nevada had like one of the dumbest states. Like for
No, we're
education.
consistently 48.
Yeah,
50,
48,
something
49
like
to
that.
50. Because she used to shit on me. You go to the dumbest school in the dumbest state, and you in the middle of your damn class.
Oh.
You the dumbest, like she's
Damn.
Yeah, but it's like
was
the
going hard.
like the No Child Left Behind shit. You kind of put all the kids on one scale.
Yeah.
That's when they got they kind of got rid of the proficiencies. They got rid of this shit that you needed to graduate. Now it's kind of like
Yeah.
now nigga the kids don't even bring homework home no more. Damn near.
Kids
So,
ain't writing cursive no
you
more.
try to-
That's crazy.
So the school can keep getting the funding.
So you
Yeah.
try to,
Yeah.
we look for all of these things, man, and like, I'm okay with it being without the federal government because, yeah, the federal government giving you this money, right? But what comes with that? One, they shouldn't be over any of the curriculum in Las Vegas. They kind of like not. We are kind of like over our curriculum, so it's easy to blame. I think we do, as parents, need to start getting more involved into the process. But like it's like now we here, so everybody's like reacting to it.
I think the counter argument, because I'm with you on that, but I think the counter argument on the other side is, okay, so say we start funding the states, then they start doing preferential funding to like the richer schools, the more well-to-do schools, the Liberties or the not Gorman, because Gorman is private, but the schools that's on the outskirts that's not the inner city, and the inner city loses out.
That's pretty much what's been happening.
We got school choice. It's
doing
already
anyway,
doing
right?
that.
That's what the magnets.
So that's
do.
why. So I always used to equate it to sports, right?
Yeah.
I used to always equate it to sports, and I used to tell my kids, I said, see, look, when I was coming up, a kid transferring to another school only really happened when they moved.
Right.
Or everybody knew Gorman was already doing that,
Yeah.
right? But this was when I was in school. This is when, nigga, the Cheyennes,
the West Side kids
the
and the North Town
Cheyennes,
kids had all the
Canyon
best
Strings.
athletes.
This is when they had the best athletes, and now they doing the shit. My freshman year was probably still the greatest team, basketball team at Cheyenne ever. Not even at Cheyenne. I'm talking about high school period, right?
Mm-hmm.
But all them schools are completely trash now. All the good, all the solid
the hood
kids
schools,
going to
athletic.
They're
Everybody
bust
going
out.
trash
They're
because
all
they
bust
elsewhere
out.
now.
Yep.
So this is what the magnet school did. The magnet program, the quote unquote magnet program did. But these schools get that funding too.
That goes with the
So
kid.
not
yeah.
only is like Cheyenne High School a shitty school with a shitty sports program, the school is trash in itself now. Because they don't,
The focus is not on education.
focus is not on anything at that point. They worried about all these other schools where they getting all these other kids from. I don't even know how we got here, but we did shit.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Talking about
But
the focus,
again, I just, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just, as far as my community goes, we always used to talk about, like, again, our go-tos are always, like, the system is designed to hold us down. The system is doing what it's supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
We love talking about, even though it's a true thing, the school to prison pipeline.
Yes.
But now, somebody's kind of like fucking with the system a little bit now. It's like, don't touch that system.
Right.
Don't touch that.
Yeah.
So,
And I don't even think it's the fact that it's just somebody touching it. I think it's the fact of who is touching it.
Yeah.
That's what the issue is.
this is the epitome of, and I hate that I'm going here, but this is the epitome of, like, Kanye's like slavery is a choice statement hits so different now.
It was fucked up choices, but I always thought it was a choice. Because you disrespecting Harriet Tubman if you say it's not a choice. She chose not to deal with that shit, and she fled and grabbed some other people. They made a choice to leave with her.
Yeah, but now
Now the consequences is death, but
they tearing her shit up though, because she was recruiting.
I'm just shocked at the number of people that she freed. Like, I thought it was way more.
But she wasn't free until free. She was free until y'all could fight
Oh.
Yeah.
for the
So you can
For the
enlist.
Confederate?
No,
Yeah.
not for
Was
Confederate.
it for
The
the
Union?
No, for you.
for the Union? Yes. She was
Free
when
in the
she
states
was-
in the South to go to the North to fight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, she the Army then, basically.
So that's why, I think that all that started to come out like when they was talking about the putting it on the, was it the dollar bill?
It was either the dollar or the 20.
I think it was the 20.
I think it was the 20.
That's when all like why
Yeah.
why does she get this? You know what I mean?
They ain't even happened yet, though, have it?
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Have a do-rag on a $20 bill is wild.
Yeah, man. But
But I
that's why
mean,
they
we
was,
don't even really use paper currency like that anymore either. When you think about it,
I do.
everything is
man.
that's very rare. A lot of people use tap.
Yeah.
You don't even
I'm
really
scared
use
of
your
all that
regular
shit.
card.
If you old school, you still own cash on.
I'm not, but I'm scared.
I got about
I'm into wifey paying for everything. Like,
privilege.
He gets off on that.
I think
We have the same everything,
I get
but
off on
he
it.
get off on me taking the tab and
Yeah.
paying it. It's coming from our joint account, but
I just like the look.
It's the benefit of being
So
married.
the dude to give me the dude to come and give me the receipt, and I like pass it right on the wife. They don't know we married and shit, so the look could be like, man, this sorry ass nigga.
I'm the opposite. Every time me and wifey go out to eat, they always give her the tab, and I get mad. I said, she think I ain't paying for this shit, and you paying for it. Why they all? Every waiter gives her the bill first before they give it to me.
does she order for you?
No, we both order each
Oh,
other, but
okay.
we don't say nothing. They'll give her the bill, they'll put it towards her way, and I always flip out. I used to flip out, but I don't care. But it all coming from the same spot. And then she'll be like, well, here, she'll hand it back to me. I'm like, they think the black man can't pay for this meal. That's why they go to the black woman first.
They always give it to him, and I order for him, which is crazy.
Huh.
Like I order his meal and everything, and then they.
I mean, they ain't
I don't
respecting
be
me as a
caring, man. Cause no, I the gender norms and all that shit, man. I'm an agent of chaos sometimes. So I just like the looks to be like, man,
He's a hot mess.
they be like, you be looking like. So fuck it, I don't care. But the tap shit, cause I was watching some shit, man. I've been on, It's 2 videos that get me on TikTok right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's the jailhouse videos. I watch them all day, every day.
What, niggas in jail with cell phones and
Like
shit?
they make the food, how he makes the food. And
Oh.
nigga be making McFlurries.
He watched somebody make some
menudo,
Mexican candy.
Mexican
yesterday.
candy, fucking all type of shit,
That's
bro.
crazy.
But it'd be like the same ingredients. It's fucking
Huh.
nuts. It'd be like fucking jelly, noodle packs.
Somebody took a chili lime noodle pack to make the little strawberry Mexican candies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I said absolutely
You eat
not.
Mexican candy?
I do. But I grew up in San
I'm about to say, you
Diego.
grew up in Cali, so
So
that's
like
like a Cali thing.
literally in Mexico. So I eat all that
I
stuff.
hate it.
I've never
I
been to
love
Mexican.
it.
But I'm like very fascinated. Like he shows how to make like ink,
Mm.
all type of shit that you could think of, man. That shit's dope.
Have you ever seen the ladies? Because they actually make makeup in there.
No, I
Like
I,
mascara, eyeliner, all kind. Because
This-
they don't get that type of stuff, but they make it in there.
This dude just like randomly popped up on my thing, but it's him, and then it's a hacker dude, and he scares the shit out of me. I ain't gonna lie to you. He did one thing right where he was like, "Don't ever borrow." It was one of these videos where he's like, "Don't ever borrow anybody's charger."
Oh,
Right?
because they can go in there and get your personal information.
Yeah. So what he did was he was like, "Here, take this charger right here. It looks like a regular charger." He said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah," but he said the inside of this charger has Wi-Fi on it that goes straight to my phone, even if it's plugged in on one side.
Hmm.
So he said he plugs it up, and dude's phone. He said he plugs it up. The Wi-Fi is hidden on his phone. He said even I can do this from long distance. So you plug your phone up thinking you charging it, or you walk into the charger and it's already plugged in. The Wi-Fi, I automatically get an alert on my phone. I go to the Wi-Fi, I plug it in. Now I can go inside your phone and do what I want to from long distance.
That's scary as fuck.
So all of those like airport chargers and
I don't
all that
trust
kind of
them, 'cause
stuff.
I be thinking of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, he was like, I can do this
Yeah.
shit. This charger's plugged in it's one way. It's not even plugged up into the wall. And I can get all your shit.
Could he do it if the phone's on airplane mode? Or no service to it?
Yeah,
He
didn't go on because he's like all about like the dark web and shit. He's
Yeah.
like the shit the shit that people are into seeing like on the dark web. Like he was saying one instance where he was like the worst thing he ever seen on the dark web was like people pay to watch like babies like how their skulls are crushed and yeah, he said it's fucked up. It's fucked
What
up.
they call like snuff videos or something?
Snuff film.
Snuff films, yeah.
But they watch it live. It's like a live stream.
That's
Oh,
kind of like
shit.
Hostile a little bit, isn't
Yeah.
it? Where they pay
People
to go and do that
people
crazy
pay to watch
stuff.
type of shit like that, and because I guess he helps the he helps the police like find
Pedophiles and stuff.
pedophiles and traffickers on it
Okay.
on the dark web.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but when you use tap, it's supposed to be encrypted, like Apple Pay
Right.
and all that stuff.
All
I
right.
just got my
Oh,
Apple
yeah?
Pay like within the last year because I
Right,
was
but-
yeah
He said he dressed Apple.
different, huh? Them
Google
damn
Pay?
you, man. I watch
Apple
one.
fought for my privacy.
I watch what
I'm rocking with them.
I watch one hacker thing, and I'm scared to death. Cause there's just so much shit that they can do.
You ain't got the wallet that's got like protect. You know, you can walk by and beep your card, like if your card in the wrong spot. So they got these wallets now. They got like a little
Yeah,
VP.
it's like an IR block.
Yeah, and it blocks it.
Wait, what?
You have one?
Yeah, so like this little metal thing, you keep your cards in here. So that got the systems now. They can walk by and poop and get all your debit and credit card information.
Jesus Christ.
It's in your
Really?
pocket. So you get like a RF for blocking wallet, and it stops that from happening.
That is
So you
insane.
talking about somebody can walk past
Somebody
you?
walk by and just do like that.
Like a pickpocket, but
Yeah.
instead they just touch their phone and your shit.
Mm-hmm. You see all the scan to pay shit we got?
Yeah.
Oh, niggas would be done if we was in New York.
Yep.
Done.
That scares me, man. See, it's shit like that, man.
That's
Shit like that.
crazy.
It's too many predators out here. When I say predators, I don't even mean like the kid.
Yeah.
Like you gotta
It
be
is.
this.
It is important to still have cash, though. But a lot of places don't even want to
Don't
take
take
it.
cash.
They don't want to take the cash.
Mm-hmm.
But when the systems are down and things like that, it's like, okay, so what do we do? If we don't have no internet we can't do the transactions. Like, you still need cash, but a lot of places they
My
don't
uncle, he
have it.
preparing
They don't
for
even
like
want to
the-
take it.
My uncle preparing for the end of the world because he didn't took like $20,000 out. Like, I'm just preparing just in case. He all fear-mongered and shit. And I'm like, you don't use debit card? He's like, I want to keep cash just in case some shit go wrong and none of this shit work no more.
Which is, I mean, I feel like that's a rational decision.
Right.
Oh, niggas be playing with us like the USA ain't evil. You know what I mean? Like I get it. I get it. A lot of people are like anti-Trump and shit, which I thought his numbers was gonna be really low, way lower than what they are right now, just based upon all the news that's been coming in.
Mm-hmm.
He's still like 50-51%.
Mm-hmm.
But with that, and I was talking to a brother online, and I'm like, we have the privilege to be able to get up and get on the internet and
And have an
criticize
opinion.
and complain and have an opinion, right? That in itself, you try that shit anywhere else,
Oh, you getting
niggas
off.
damn near something
Yeah.
rap for you, right?
Yeah.
Definitely
But
a luxury.
I think what ends up happening is that everybody is so like anti-Trump that you feel like you want to root for these other countries, which is cool. We have the right to do that, but nigga, we still like that. Don't get it fucked up. Like nigga, just come over here and just Oh, we still like that. You know what I mean?
Traditional.
But I do feel like at some point, I think China try to
test us.
at some point. I think.
I feel like it.
In some way, not necessarily.
Yeah, car.
Again, it's not gonna be a man. It's not gonna be a boots on the ground.
Nah.
In my opinion, I
Technology.
think.
They know we whoop that ass.
In my opinion, I think China's kind of winning right now, anyways.
Like
Not
that.
necessarily. I'm thinking like as far as like
Technology wise,
Influence.
tech influence and like the
on
internet,
culture.
right?
Yeah.
You got niggas that you had niggas that's like when TikTok was going through what it was going through,
Yeah.
you had niggas actually downloading another like Chinese app.
Yeah.
It was a whole nother epic.
our kids.
China
That
got us on
is-
social
Look, our
programming.
kids were niggas for real.
Yeah, so it's like from that type of thing when you talk about influence and the internet and you fucking with our means, I think they kind of like.
They ahead of us.
I don't
by
think
far.
a Chinese person would our shit ain't allowed in there anyways. But
A Chinese person gonna opt to stay in China than come here.
or they come here and learn and go back.
Yep.
And then go back.
Yep.
Just because they can start a business in China and get funding from the government,
Yep.
So
and the government is gonna back them when that technology or that business goes international.
Mm-hmm.
Like
So-
TikTok had the Chinese government backing them and fighting for them. Like that's not a normal.
yeah, I think. But like I said, man, on the politics thing, I think the Democrats now are like they kind of trying and just.
Sucks.
No, what's the name said some shit that was on. I was watching while I was waiting for her to get dressed. I was watching like Bill Maher last night, right? And they had fucking Josh Shapiro was on there.
Okay.
And he was saying some shit like, you know what I mean? Like I deal with real people, not like. What do you say? I'm in Pennsylvania, where it's real people at, not like in Washington or some shit. I felt like that shit was kind of hard. So I feel like the Democrats can get up by being anti-Democrat. I think they're gonna have to leave the Democrat name alone.
Yeah.
Because what can you do? Like you got AOC
And Bernie.
and Bernie out there, right? The problem is
Bernie old as
the
fuck.
problem is that Tulsi Gabbard, all y'all killed because she went from Democrat to Republican. She stepped down off of what the fuck was she? She was the head of something. She stepped down because of what the Democrats did to Bernie in 2016.
Yeah.
I feel like if the Democrats and Hillary Clinton it was low key cheating. And if they wouldn't have did what they did, I think Bernie would have beat Trump into 2016.
Absolutely.
What ended up happening is
It
they
would've
didn't
been a
want
totally
to
different
fuck with
thing.
Bernie. They wanted Hillary, and then Hillary ended up losing.
Same thing happened with this last go round.
So it's like for Tulsi to do what she did on behalf of Bernie, and then y'all did what y'all did to Tulsi. To some Democrats was extremely disrespectful. Then you got you trotting them back out there like y'all not into socialism at all. So he is somebody that he's not a Democrat. What do they call him? He's not a Democrat or a Republican. Independent.
Okay.
But they got AOC out there. She's younger. That's cool. But y'all can't be like, what the fuck is they thing? Like they're against oligarchy and all this shit. When if you look at the numbers, the majority of billionaires and millionaires voted Democrat.
Even if you look at how their verbiage is, there's like attack the rich, attack the billionaires. They can't say millionaires no more because most of the politicians are millionaires now. So
Yeah,
the
but
verbiage changed over the last 10 years.
the problem was the majority of them. If you can easily Google this and you look up the numbers, the majority of billionaires and millionaires outside of Elon Musk, which is a whole nother situation, voted Democrat.
Yeah.
The problem with Elon Musk is the Democrats ran on.
He's funding
wrong
stuff.
issue.
No, the Democrats, Joe Biden himself, the electric vehicles, it was the EV.
Yeah.
They were very, very pro EV. He did the same shit with the Jeeps that Trump did with Teslas. Same shit. Right? They were not fucking with Elon at all.
Right.
This is not too long ago, I'm very aware when Trump and Elon was beefing on Twitter.
Yeah.
Right? Trump was not fucking with Elon.
Mhm.
Elon wanted to be a Democrat. Well, he had Democratic views.
Mhm.
The Democratic Party was not fucking with Elon.
Mm-hmm.
So when they tried to assassinate Trump, that's when Elon came out and said, "You know what?
I'm switching up.
I'm switching sides."
Yup.
Now it's like
Now it's a problem.
now it's a problem. When y'all had the chance. Y'all had the chance. But the numbers themselves, you can't run on that when the numbers themselves say that the majority of y'all are the class of
You always see Democrats
privilege.
become Republicans. You never see Republicans going back to being Democrats. It's always one way. To
The brother
Recently.
from New York that they're trying to get right now.
Eric Adams?
Yeah.
He was a Democrat.
No, Eric Adams was a Republican turned Democrat.
Mayor the black dude, right? I thought he was a Democrat.
No,
Oh.
he was a Republican.
He started out Republican?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
He was when he was a ward president. I think he was a Republican, and then when he ran for mayor,
He was Democrat. Oh,
A lot of them switch like that though.
But
What's the name? I think what's the name? It's gonna be. I think his switch is coming.
Who?
Because Democrats ain't fucking with this nigga at all. Brother from not even brother. Ooh, that's racist. Governor of California, Newsom.
Oh yeah, they're done with
He just ain't
him.
going too far left.
They not fucking with him at all.
He see it. He doing the little podcast and stuff now. He trying to make a name for himself. He trying to distance himself from the extreme left. And the extreme left is dictating the whole
Nigga, the
party,
Democrats
just
are
fucking
already
up.
shooting at him. So I could see him saying, I'll just turn Republican and run a real Republican. I think the only problem is I think he's like Nancy Pelosi, like nephew. But they're not fucking with him at all. I think Buttigieg got a shot, but that is America gonna vote for a gay man in office?
They might. I don't know.
Y'all are like really. I think
You gotta be a
y'all
gay
are.
Republican.
And Shapiro. But again, this was the problem when I think Kamala didn't choose him as vice president because he's Jewish. So is America going to choose a gay or Jewish man as the next president? Because the looks of it, they not fucking with Newsom at all.
I think America just want to fuck with somebody that can give us something different than what we had.
That's why it's going to
That's why
it's going to be Republican for a
It's gonna be
long
a
Yeah.
long
time,
minute.
man.
And the Democrats spend so much time against Trump. They need to stand more on what they're done. Express yourself. They can't never say their point of view without mentioning Trump. That was Kamala's whole thing. It's always about what the other side is doing. No, talk about as a Democratic Party, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't even know
And
how
Jasmine Crockett,
Yeah.
goddamn man, she get on my nerves.
she got exposed pretty fast though. Like
She want to be a social
Yeah.
media.
no, like somebody had released a video of her just getting into Congress or something like that.
Mhm.
Night and day. So it's almost like they built her to resemble what they feel like a black woman should look like.
Exactly.
I
Like
get
she
that
went to
vibe.
private schools and like
Yeah.
she
Now all of a
comes
sudden
from
she got the
money.
weaves and she's talking, she's cussing and she's talking with the twang
With
and she
the
got the big
attitude and-
eyelashes and shit like that. I don't know, man. I like it
Yeah.
though. It's the Real Housewives, man. It's the hype.
The Real Housewives of Congress.
This is the highest form of Hollywood is politics.
At the moment,
Yeah.
yeah, it's spicy.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah. I think that with the Democratic Party, though, too, it's like, you know, they say that they're for the people, it's for the people, blah, blah, blah. But when you look at, like, all of their endorsements, who they brought out to actually speak to the people, these are billionaires, you know, that we don't really hear about too much that they do in the communities. Like you're saying, like they're relatable because we love them,
Right.
you know, they're entertainers. But as far as like pouring into communities and things like that, we don't really hear much about that.
somebody got to tell Michelle to chill, man.
Oh, her podcast?
Have you listened to it?
I tried to. I couldn't.
Nigga.
That shit was a snooze fest.
No, like she comes off like very resentful. Like,
She's probably tired, man.
nah,
Resentful
towards the
how?
party?
towards Barack. Like, not only does it feel like she don't fuck with him as a man or a husband, it feels like she never fucked with him as a politician.
Really?
Like, it's almost like he was smart, but she was like, they was talking about it on it, and she was like, her brother had to convince her to support him into his political
Really?
adventure.
They sit down on the podcast?
Yes. I don't know. I was just. I don't know what made me do it. I was very, very fucking curious, and then I started listening. Nigga, I started pausing the pod when I get out the truck. Like I gotta hear. Like this
I
is
gotta hear all of
crazy.
this.
Damn. They only did 2 episodes. The first one, I was like, eh. And then I'm like, yeah, I ain't got to listen to this, but I'll listen to it.
Like you could tell, like she just either like she just wasn't fucking with none of this, and it doesn't like how she talks about him as a man. It. I don't want to get into like the divorce rumors, but it
Must
just
kinda make you
don't
think
feel like she fuck with him like that.
Man, they get a divorce. I'm going to be hurt.
But how she came off about his political shit, it was almost like he was smart, but
That's
You
not
know,
something
I had
that
to be
she wanted to do.
I had to be convinced.
So Hillary and Bill.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but like worse, because like you hearing her talk about it in real time.
Damn.
Like she went to her brother for like, she was like, yeah, you know, you had to convince me.
Damn.
I'm
See.
like, damn, to support him.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like, sometimes the people that we admire most it's best for them to remain mysterious
Yeah.
and not in the public eye so much.
Yeah.
Like I've noticed that with people that I followed on social media, just like regular artists. And then when I start seeing how they behave, it's kind of like, I probably don't need to see your everyday moves. You know what I mean?
You
Like,
look at the Democratic list, man. She's numero uno.
And that show how bad they are. You got somebody that don't even do politics. It's like your top dog.
that doesn't even want to do them.
Yeah, that don't
She's
wanna
very resentful. She don't fuck with her. And I respect that. I'm not even mad at that part. You know what I'm saying? Because I can only imagine what they went through as, like, the first, like, you know,
Yeah.
say what you want about Obama, but Michelle's a nigga.
Yeah, yeah.
Ain't even know.
Yeah.
Ain't no
She's
cut.
black through and through.
Like,
So
ain't
I
no
can't
cut,
even,
none
you
of
know what I mean? I can never, like, question how she felt it. I could only imagine
Yeah.
what she was getting. But just,
Gotta look at what she was raised around, too. So
You
she get a
always-
Barack,
I just,
like,
hearing it, I was just kind of like, hey, this ain't coming off how
They
I don't know
intended
if you
it.
kind of,
yeah.
like, are y'all listening back to this shit? 'Cause, nigga, what is happening right
Is there
now?
alcohol involved?
Right.
But other than that, man, we kind of seen a group implode this week. The Breakfast Club.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which I felt on all levels. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I felt on all levels, but I think the genius of Corey Holcomb is getting lost in this.
Oh, yeah.
You know, him and Jess been going back and forth for quite a while.
Yeah.
Ever since I think it was like way back in the day when she did the naked photos with her baby.
I remember
Oh,
the first
yeah.
baby.
Yeah, that was the beginning of their back and forth, and he had did like a long bit about you know, the other lady on there, Loren, being more talented,
Not far.
because you know he called her what do you call her, Jess unhilarious or
Less hilarious.
less hilarious?
Less hilarious.
Less hilarious, right? So he was just going into like how the Loren is just a lot more talented. And then a couple days later, I ain't gonna give him a couple days later, maybe a week later, we got the video of her.
Mm-hmm.
I watch The Breakfast Club every day. Listen mostly.
Mm-hmm.
But
wasn't wrong. I followed the story a little bit too.
Yeah.
This is a perfect example of you got the hood chick that gets into corporate America and she don't handle business the same way that the girl that was groomed in corporate America handles it. They both made good points. They just went out for the job for a year, got the job, then boom, she went on maternity leave. That left a vacant spot for somebody to slide up in that chance and get the opportunity.
the girl was already there, though. The girl was already there.
She was a producer though.
Yeah.
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 She
I
got
keep
on
saying
the,
the
she
girl,
got on the
Loren.
mic and she started killing it. And then we got you as listeners, we got used to her.
I think the problem is she was already talented in that arena already. She came from like TMZ.
Yeah, but she wasn't on air on TMZ, was she?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she came from TMZ,
Yeah.
so she was
Somebody
already
just better.
ingrained in it.
Corey said it right. Somebody better just took your spot.
I think that as a woman, my take on it is like it kind of sucks that you can't have two women in the same space without them being put up against each other.
That's true.
Like it can never be like, okay, Jess hilarious, she's the comedic relief, you know, like she's good at what she does. It's like, oh well, Loren is better because she's well spoken. She, you know, is coming in here, she's reading the news, she's going through all of that. It's like, why can't they both be great and coexist at the same time? Now, I won't put that all off on, you know, everybody else creating that type of environment. It's just always been like that. Like women are naturally catty. So it came off as like a, you know, like they were competing as well. Like even when you heard them on air, I thought it was very interesting that Jess, initially, she was like, you know, yeah, I knew she was dope. That's why I picked her. Right. So she wanted to say, like, she picked her, I put you in position. And then when Loren came on there, she's like, you're my talent.
Yep.
So it's like there's still no real respect. Like it's like, you know, it's egos. Like I picked you, so that's the reason why you were put in this position. And then she's like, well, I'm checking up on you because you're my talent. Like you're trying to little boy her. Yeah, but you're trying to, you know, like little girl her on air. So it's like
corporate shade.
Exactly. And it's like, I feel like just in general, women cannot, like y'all can sit up here and be great all day. And everybody's like, you know, I like SO because he does this. Spence brings this to the, you know, to the mic. I love that he does that. But let it be another woman that's new, you know, and you sit them in here, they'll be like, oh, well, I like so-and-so better than I like her. Or, you know, or vice versa. It can never be like coexisting. It's always just one woman.
Well, I mean, it was the way the situation was introduced, though. Like, again, I've been listening. I listen to The Breakfast Club, you know, on my headphones and on YouTube every morning.
God bless you.
Well, you know, it's on YouTube. It's chopped up.
Because he likes Charlamagne.
Yeah, it's chopped up.
It's chopped up. So you know, like the Jesses with the messes and the Junkie of the Days and the interviews. It's all chopped up. It's one video. It's not like the radio.
Right.
It's in podcast format. I think you know, like Angelique in the beginning, she did the news, but she was very, very witty. Right?
Yeah.
Jess was already doing Jess with the mess on the internet and all that shit. I think, but she's not like super polished into like giving the news and then making jokes about it. She's good at making jokes about it, but not necessarily giving the news. And I think they tried to bring the Jess with the mess segment to the radio, and it just wasn't. You want her to read. You want her to read. You want her to read, and then you want her to get these jokes off. That's kind of hard. Yeah. Everybody can't score and assist at the same time.
Yeah.
Right. And so she goes on maternity leave, and at this time they were doing somebody different on every day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, to me that's solid of just to be like, you know, when she came on, although she does talk in like 3 times speed, she gets.
So Jess
Loren talks so fast. For me.
Does she?
Yeah, so you know, they were doing like somebody different on. I actually like Jason Lee. I think he brought like a different type of spiciness to it. I fucked with Jason Lee, but I wasn't mad at Loren, and you know, I think that was solid for her to be like, let Loren, you know, be here while I'm gone. I come back. She's still here. Not only is she still here, she basically got my segment.
Yeah.
Without no communication about what's going on, I got the right to feel.
Oh, yeah. I'm not dismissing how she felt, but I just feel like, why can't there be two women in the same room without it being a competition?
Yeah, but if the foundation is shaky, the two women thing, it could be two men, two women. If the foundation is shaky, at some point we going to butt heads anyways. So not only do I come back as basically like the fourth mic. That's not what y'all brought me in here for. I signed this contract. And this lady is still here. Not only is she still here, she has her segment and she damn near took mine. So now I'm just here to, what am I here?
To pout?
Get my jokes off?
You here to just pout?
And Loren is so polished that Jess is right. Anytime Loren feels some dead air, she's speaking. So there's times where Jess got to be like, hey, man, shut up.
Which is not cool.
It ain't cool with.
That's going to, like, because you, especially coming from a woman again, you're not going to tell me to shut up. Like, that's, no,
I get it.
So that creates more tension, too. Like, you do have to, when you are on these mics, you have to wait your turn. Like sometimes when I have a thought that comes to my mind and I want to get it off, but if you already start talking, because you definitely are going to feel the dead air because you're the A mic.
Yes.
I'm going to sit back and let you finish your thought, and then I'm going to say what I have to say afterwards.
Yeah,
like I'm not going to jump all over you. I'm not going to say shut up.
That's something
Let
different.
me say what I have to say.
That's something different than you take a leave of absence. Like we all like feel off each other in here.
Yeah.
Pause, but we all, you know what I'm saying?
Did you really need a pause?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's man involved. But it's a difference between it's the five of us and we're feeling and we going off of each other versus now there's you take a leave of absence, there's someone here, you come back, that person is still here, and now him or her are taking whatever time that you had. Now you have zero voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you're not telling Charlamagne to shut up.
No, they did. They went to her and asked her. They went to her and they asked her, what do we need to do? What do we need to do? Do you want us to change something? She said, no, it's fine.
Why can't they?
And that's her. That's what I'm like. I feel like she should have spoke up in that moment and said, like, "Hey, yeah, actually, I do have an issue because you hired me to do this job, and now you basically have bulldozed me off of out of my position."
Why two people can't coexist? And I'm saying the foundation was extremely shaky, so there wasn't going to be any of that anyways. Because I don't know what the fuck I'm in.
But you need to speak up. Like if there's any uncertainty and you're unsure of like what you're stepping back into, I feel like she should have taken the initiative to speak up before creating a live video, filing all her grievances.
Yeah. And then
that's just as an adult in general.
Yeah.
But then that's on air, and then you're dealing with an extremely persistent comedian that get thousands upon thousands of listens and views every week.
Even though they
going
try
in
to,
on you.
Yeah.
They try to act like
and if you know 5150 fans, whew,
they might be worse than the Beehive.
Yeah.
shout out to Jess, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it could be a situation where you feeling these things in studio, and not only am I feeling these things in studio, now I'm going to the comments.
And dealing with postpartum.
Whew.
That could be
Yeah,
a
that's
too.
a thing.
Now,
Yeah.
here comes the video. You know what I mean? It's almost kind of like she got baited into it.
Went for the bait.
It's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. They cool now, though. I mean, I get it, man. You know what I mean?
It's a good discussion.
I've been doing this shit. We've been doing this shit for 7 years, man. And I always had like a vision of how I wanted this show to go, right? But I'm just one of four, one of five. At one point, it was like one of three.
Mm-hmm.
For us, it was more on a personal level. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of times where niggas and women in their ear about how the show should go and what they should be doing on the show.
Oh, yeah.
That don't have no idea what's going on.
Oh yeah.
Right? I'm great at being the quote unquote the villain of the show with the outspoken viewpoints and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're coming here with some shit that's somebody that said in their ear, and then the energy is different. Because don't nobody understand what we actually do.
Right.
And then somebody getting in somebody else's ear about how they feel like the show should be going, or how somebody ain't doing what, or somebody ain't doing what. And then they come in here with different energy, Now the show's off. Now we arguing. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful as well about, you know, the things that you put in your ear, especially, you know, motherfuckers love to think that they got like a personal attachment to something you're doing.
Yeah.
And if you let that get in your ear, then you come in here, now our shit's fucked up.
Yep.
Because, you know, they don't know how the show goes. They don't know what goes into what we do.
Yep. There's always people that got feedback on the show that don't watch the show. Because I've got the same thing too. Like, y'all should do this. There's all these suggestions, and it's like, y'all don't even listen to us.
Yeah.
If y'all listen half the shit we say towards the end of the show, y'all would have caught or been a hoopla over.
Yeah.
And then when you think about it too, it's like it's never just the internet, because you have to think about how big their platform is. You know, so although Corey Holcomb is the person that, you know, brought it up, and that's probably what stirred the pot, it's like, okay, so now that that's out there, it is put on the masses, and it's hard to ignore something, especially if that's how you built your platform, is off of being funny on the internet. So now you were funny, you were the it girl on the internet, people loved you, and then now you're on this huge platform, so you're exposed to all of these, you know, different people that probably are not that familiar with who you were as a talent, you know, before you were put on the show. And it's hard to ignore that. Like, there has been a lot of human moments, like even with Tiana Taylor, like how she came back and had to address, it was the same week, she was addressing how they leaked her divorce documents as well.
She needs to stay off IG Live. She sounds like a bird.
But, I mean, you know, people like to be so unbothered, but now it seems like it's kind of shifting where it's like, hey, I'm bothered. You guys are actually bothering me. And it's hard to ignore that when you have such a huge platform.
I like seeing the real villains exposed. Niggas love portraying to be victims, but I like when the real villain is exposed.
You talking about with Tiana Taylor?
Just in general.
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah, right now she look crazy. Yeah, she got to stay off IG Live. Is she really with old boy?
I don't even think he really likes women. Like, I don't know about that. I feel like that's kind of like they're kind of putting that out there. But
anybody checked on Amon?
Amon be on all the sports podcasts. He's still active.
Keep it pushing.
Yeah.
But they said he has something she was saying that he has something coming out, and that's the reason why their divorce documents were leaked. Yeah.
Like rapping?
Some new music. And which he needs to just stop.
Damn.
He's on Wake Up Love. I
sounding terrible
every time. She ain't that good either. She's very she's talented, but she's very overrated.
It's mostly because of her. People sexualize her.
It's her body though.
Her
right?
body, yeah, that's it. Like, it's not really. Boy. I mean, when you listen to her music, she has some good songs.
Yeah, Taylor looks the Billy Blanks, bro.
Oh, Lord.
God damn it,
she got some good songs, but
yeah. She all cheekbone.
She's like one of those. She's like one of those artists that they put on us that they, you know, they wanted us to embrace her in a different way, and like the music and stuff is just not. It's not hitting like that.
Sierra?
Yeah, kind of.
No,
but
Sierra was talented.
Sierra, I think Sierra actually did much better than Tiana Taylor because
we're not gonna play with
Sierra.
Like
Tiana Taylor was kind of like one of them people that was like, okay, this is the next big thing. Like the way that they even introduced her to us, you know, it was like she was supposed to be this mega artist. She could dance, she could sing, she could do it, and it didn't do anything.
Who's worse, her or Janelle Monáe?
Janae's music switched though. Early Janae can't be fucked with.
Not Janae Aiko. No, you're talking about Janelle Monáe.
Janelle Monáe.
The lesbian lady.
Oh, Jesus.
That's wearing bikinis now. That's looking kind of.
She already looked good though.
Yeah, nah, I don't know about that one.
She did.
Body crazy.
You was finna go in on Janae. I want to hear that. Where was you going with Janae?
No, I thought that's who he was talking about.
No.
Oh no, Janae today stinks.
What? I don't think she's
She
terrible.
make all that fucking what's that shit that Tina Turner was saying when she turned into she makes that type of music. That shit stinks, bro. But early Janae was like, you know what I'm saying? Early Janae can't be fucked with. I think
I like Janae. I didn't like Chilumbo.
I feel like Tiana Taylor is a less talented Tinashe with resources.
Oh.
That's an interesting take.
She Tinashe with resources, man. That's it.
I could see that.
Does she like it? Does she come from like a family that's within the music industry or something? Because I don't understand like how she came on our doorstep because they were like
she started as like a kid,
like a teen.
I think when
she her first, at least how I remember being introduced to her, like she was like a kid.
So we're not gonna act like Kanye turned her into a global talent. When she signed to Good Music.
Who are we talking about right now?
Tiana Taylor.
Oh yeah,
I think that's when.
Yeah. I'm tripping. Dang, I forgot all about that.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Kanye did it for Jay-Z too. It's cool.
He did it for a lot of artists actually.
For Pusha T.
What do you mean? Pusha T is a household name.
He kind of been a.
Shit, we ain't
kind
gonna
of
do
been
that.
the same.
We ain't gonna do that now.
Come on, like
we ain't gonna do that.
Yeah.
I know Kanye ain't as with Kanye. Without Kanye, Jay-Z's washed.
Common's washed, even though he is kind of washed now. But
who?
Jay-Z wouldn't be washed.
He came out. What was Jay-Z's 2 albums before the Blueprint? Volume 3 in Dynasty.
You got like Big Pimpin' and all them singles wasn't popping. Hard Knock Life.
Come on, man. We ain't finna do this, man. Volume 3 and Dynasty is Big Pimpin' a big hit? Yes, but Jay-Z's trajectory was
going down. It was plummeting.
Dynasty? What was on Dynasty? Change the Game?
Give It to Me.
Come on, man.
With Pharrell.
Jay-Z was a No, I'm saying what I'm saying is Volume 3 and Dynasty were solid rap albums. The Blueprint turned Jay-Z into something else.
I agree. Yeah.
He went from being just a rapper to the greatest ever.
Yeah.
The Blueprint.
Yeah.
I don't think nobody would argue.
Shout out to Kanye.
And Just Blaze.
Yeah, that wasn't just yet.
Yeah, it was Kanye, Just Blaze, and
Kanye gave him what? Kanye gave him Izzo.
Yeah,
but Blueprint track is Just Blaze, Kanye, and Bink.
Yeah, Bink. No. That's what I was trying to think of.
That is a Kanye album. That is a Kanye fucking album. No. And then what Jay-Z goes ahead to do, and then Jay-Z, what did Jay-Z do that he went on to do for the rest of his career? Now it's collab albums with Kanye. Now it's singles with Justin Timberlake. Now it's albums with Beyonce. I'm going on tour with Beyonce. Niggas was carrying him all the way to the top.
So how come he didn't do that for Common?
Common, he had a huge resurgence though. Like after, let's not act like we don't remember that.
I fucked with Testify. I love Testify.
Did you?
I love that
song. With that next one, the breakdancing album.
Yeah, the breakdancing.
And then was that shit.
Yeah, and then when you think of like with John Legend, like
that first
album was fucking amazing.
I think that's what
from top to bottom.
I feel like that's what makes Kanye damn near uncancelable.
He's a good taste.
Like, I don't know. I think this retarded comment is probably gonna take him out.
Yeah. More than the Nazi shit he was saying, to be honest.
Yeah, because that's.
I mean, that was kind of bad. That was pretty bad. But
Beyonce and Jay-Z's kids.
Yeah,
he was like artificial insemination.
That was the only fucking comment he deleted. But he helped so many people. And then what he ended up doing, he releases some shit on. I want to say it's an album on YouTube that does 3 million views in a day.
I forgot about that.
He's helped too many people.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like he's trying to get somebody to do something to him. Like, it's just, usually people do crazy things. Well, he does. He always does crazy things before he releases a new project. It's a part of his rollout. It's always a part of his rollout. Mission. But I feel like he's like really, just the tweets that he's putting out, how he was saying how after his mom passed away, he wanted to, or he still wants to die every single day after she passed because he felt like if he didn't make it, that she wouldn't have been on that table for surgery.
The only girl that know me best. I can feel it. And the way she passed too is fucked up. So, you know what, man? I'm not condoning anything he says, but like I fuck with him, and I like when niggas get on their Kanye shit. Like, you can't be pro Cat Williams and then be against Kanye, because you know what I'm saying. Everybody got their truth, but the reason I fuck with Kanye is because he's either the hero or the villain in everybody's story.
You like to crash out.
Not necessarily the crash out, but like, you know, like I said, he's either the hero or the villain in everybody's story, but he's never a fucking victim. And I'll fuck with that. I'll fuck with that.
Yeah. He will go up against whoever. Like,
Well, that's hip hop. I think you're supposed to go against the grain. You go against the system.
he's probably the only person that really does that.
Stand out in that.
Yeah.
But very rarely,
Ye go up against a lot of niggas wouldn't.
Yeah.
very rarely does he say what was actually done to him. He calls niggas out, but like very rarely, like it took. I didn't even know like.
I thought he did.
I didn't even know like Drake was even like jabbing the nigga so much.
Yeah.
As much as he was.
Oh yeah.
Until you go back and listen, and he was like, see. Drake knows that y'all niggas don't know. That's what makes him so great. Drake knows y'all niggas don't know, but for the person that hears it.
that album art where it looked like Kim, like, come on now.
No.
He's been doing
But
shit.
I didn't know.
Like,
I think
he been doing weird
I think the
shit.
great reveal when he was on Drink Champs was like the fucking the one verse with Travis Scott was about Kanye and shit. Nobody really know that at that time.
Which one? Sicko Mode?
Yeah.
Who released? Who was on Drink Champ?
Drake on Sicko Mode.
No, I'm saying who was on Drink Champ?
Kanye.
Kanye.
Because Kanye was like, that's what makes Drake so great is because Drake be subbing, but his subs,
It's the only one that
y'all
knows.
don't know.
So it's so
It be
personal.
the motherfucker that it be so personal that only the person that hears it will know he's talking about you.
Ooh.
But
See,
now
that's
I think,
that stuff that'll get you killed.
I listen to old Kendrick, so now I'm wondering, was Kendrick subbing Drake all this time too?
Yes.
Because there's a lot of old Kendrick.
What was like?
Been poking the bear this
Been
whole
poking,
time.
yeah.
Kendrick wanted that smoke.
Was it Family Matters? Family Matters. They say he was smoking on your top. Was it smoking on your top 5 or some shit?
Top 5 in my bitch DM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Him
was
and Keem, that whole
Family
album
Matters.
was jabs at Drake.
Yeah, but I think they've been going back and forth for quite a while.
Yeah. It's really been Kendrick antagonized to try to get him to say something.
The one thing that I was surprised because, and then you got to know it was Kendrick because like I don't know, I believe it's been official now, but they were trying to get Kendrick on Bigger Than the Super Bowl.
Were they?
Yeah.
They were trying to get him on that
Really?
song, and Kendrick was like,
So that's
No.
why he put out that song. Like, it literally came out.
well,
Not
like
too
that
long
he kind of
afterwards.
alludes to it.
Like that.
Was it like that?
It's
Yeah.
hard or like that he like bitch. That's why the fuck the big 3 is just big me thing is that much more important because fuck y'all.
Yeah,
Bigger than the Super Bowl.
The
Drake and J. Cole.
Yeah.
Cole and Drake.
And I like that song.
Bigger Than the Super Bowl. They
I
were
forgot
trying to
about
get
that.
Kendrick on
On
that
it.
song.
And he turned it down, and then that's when he was.
But what is it? Euphoria that Kendrick alluded to Drake trying to get him on a feature, and I think it was Euphoria. The feature request. You know we got some shit to address.
Euphoria.
Yeah.
Euphoria.
That makes the Super Bowl performance even
Yeah.
harder.
That shit was stinks.
You watched the behind the scenes.
Boy, last night they played the Super Bowl performance. So
I said,
while
man,
we
this
was at the
nigga's
lounge,
trash, bro.
No.
what
Man,
is
this
going
nigga
on?
Lounge.
With the extra
Stinks.
sound
Yeah.
Hell no.
You really about to do
Stinks.
it?
With the
Get
Samuel
off of
Jackson
here.
parts in there. and
No,
everything.
he had a, but stinks. It's worst, probably one of the top 2 worst DJs I've ever.
I
heard.
watched the behind the scenes on YouTube. Actually, it made me like it a little bit better, but it's still like mid. Like all the work they took to put into it.
Yeah, I think
It was a great think
sucks that
piece.
It's the scaled back version. I wish we would have got to see that.
I do.
Yeah.
I think they say he got something to do with the Olympics. I just would, the Olympics coming up in 2028 now. Hopefully, it ain't got nothing to do with Drake. Like, you built what you built right now is amazing. Now go do what you were destined to do without Drake. Although I do think the soccer shit is a great flex for Drake.
It is.
My God,
Yeah.
he gonna be
It's
performing
worldwide.
that.
That's different.
He gonna be performing that. Like niggas really get killed over soccer.
Hell yeah.
So-
They don't play that shit.
The MLB, that's where he'll be performing at. His career's still great, and I still listen to whatever the album's called.
The songs for girls. Yeah. I thought I was expecting more. I thought that with them like actually collaborating, I thought that it was going to be a better work of, body of work. I'll probably only like
Raining
maybe
in
2 or
Houston
3
is going
songs.
quadruple platinum up in my headphones.
I like Raining in Houston.
You think it's his best collab album?
Hell no. What?
Okay.
Nigga, that's Drake and Future.
That's what I'm talking about. I was about to say.
What a Time to Be Alive is
That's
probably
my
the greatest collab album ever.
Yeah, because
That
Like,
is.
yeah.
I'm almost sad. I'm. We have to get another one.
I want another one. That's why I was mad when they would beef. I was like, man, we can never get part 2 again.
Too great. Too great. Too fucking great. I'll be mad as fuck if we don't fucking get another one.
It was on like 13 songs, but them 13 songs, was like 13, 14 songs was there.
Heater.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
was
even know.
there.
I don't even know if a collab album even comes close. I mean, I was of age, but I wasn't like super big on Jay and Kanye like together as a tandem to like really appreciate that album.
I like that too.
Yeah,
That was
I
my
like
number
that.
2 actually, but
Yeah.
it ain't Future and Drake.
What's your one?
Future and Drake 1, Kanye and Jay 2. Like far as collab albums that Watch the Throne, I fuck with it.
Collab albums. I got
You still got
I got
Nas
What a
and
Time to
Damian
Be.
Marley.
Fuck no. I got What a Time to Be Alive. Probably Like Father Like Son.
Y'all fucking with the Collie Grove shit?
The first one.
The Collie Grove shit.
But I like Father Like Son. Wayne and Birdman was much better. Wayne
You
and
got
Birdman.
Like Father Like Son in there too?
That's number 2.
That's wild.
I forgot about that
Leather
shit.
So Soft.
Don't like my daddy, that is so soft.
What did he get on? Stand Like My Daddy.
Pop bottles?
And you know what I'm doing. Man, he had some shit. Army Gun. He had some shit on there, bro.
Gangsters Don't Die, they moved to Miami.
What else? I don't know too many like collab albums like that. I did like the first Collie Grove. I ain't gonna be mad at that one. This last one, it felt like it was kind of like 2 Chainz featuring. But at first, I fucked with the first Collie Grove.
That's a good one too. Damn.
I would go R&B. I feel like the best for me is TGT. I feel like
TGT
them
is
coming
up there.
together, that was a fucking great
Oh, and
album.
fucking
Classic album.
Yes, it
fucking
was.
Eminem and Royce.
Bad Meets
Bad
Evil.
Meets Evil.
And Royce was
Yeah, he's
smoking, bro.
He was
My God.
They got 2 of them, don't they?
They got 2.
Shady Pat.
The first one
The
though.
very, very first one?
Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm talking about smoking.
That's the one before he got the Aftermath, right?
No, they did one.
They had an underground.
No, they've only
project.
done one.
No. It's only one Bad Meets Evil.
The group
project.
is called
It was-
Bad Meets Evil.
The
it
group.
was a song that they did.
This is what happened with Bad Meets Evil.
Yeah, and then Bad Meets. Then they made the group, and then made that.
'Cause
But I
Rene-
thought they
Way
had
later.
I thought they had Bad Meets Evil before that song.
No, Renegade is a Bad Meets Evil song.
Yeah,
Yeah. They took Roy's vocals off
And took
Yeah.
and put
but
Jay-Z.
yeah, Bad Meets Evil have been like a group
in Detroit.
in Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
since,
For a minute.
like early.
But you
2000s.
remember back in the day, they had started beefing.
That was
Royce couldn't go outside when Proof was alive.
okay.
Oh shit.
That's when they was beefing.
That's a
real big.
yeah.
Because they was I remember Royce was
trying to kill that.
fucking I forgot what song it was, but Royce was talking about like Eminem wearing rhinestones, and remember he was wearing the rhinestones.
Rhinestone
And
do-rag.
yeah, not the do rags, but the
Bandana.
the bandanas.
Mm.
Yeah, they was beefing for a little minute, man, but
Royce
whatever.
be with the whole
All the-
MD12, all them niggas.
God damn.
But he
Royce.
was smoking M on bass.
And was really giving them niggas work.
Royce.
Bro, Royce is one of the,
Royce is one of them ones,
and
man.
especially to come out of Detroit.
Like I'm talking about fight. I ain't talking about lyrically. I think Royce is.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah.
there.
Lyrically, Royce is probably top 3.
And his brother is actually
The man.
the shit.
Okay.
What's the name is starting?
Bitches is nasty.
What's the name is starting to run away?
That's what I didn't know.
He's starting to run away, like by far the greatest mainstream rapper to me ever, Lupe. I think he's starting to run away with it.
Oh.
I think Kendrick is what I thought Lupe would be.
Nah, man, we ain't finna do that. you disrespecting the fuck out of it. No, I'm talking about from a straight like technical standpoint of rapping. And we talk about mainstream rappers. I'm not gonna go into the underground, but I'm talking about technical mainstream rappers. I think Lupe has run away with it.
M just started making shit music, man. That shit just got worse and worse.
But I think people M's music is trash. But I think from a technical,
because he's sober.
Yeah, I don't like my artist sober. Like Wayne
he need a little coke or something.
Worse and worse. And Wayne mixtapes don't age well neither. I hate to say that.
No, none of that shit.
Nothing about him ages well.
Genuinely treats this shit like a 9 to 5.
Right.
So
Yeah.
It's different.
I just think I like Lupe's like rhyme schemes and his patterns a lot better than M's. But I think it's Lupe. Lupe starting to walk away with it, right? Then I got M. And then everybody else is kind of like interchangeable. But it's Lupe and M right now. Lupe can rap his ass off. No, I'm not talking about like music. I'm talking about like from technical rapping.
Yeah, style of delivering everything.
Career-wise,
no, you know what? No, I can take no. Fuck no. No. Lupe, Royce, M.
What about Nas?
Great storyteller. He is not on that.
He's a great storyteller.
He's not on that. Nas, Jay-Z's, they great like storytellers and rappers, but not like that. So I want to say like from a technical standpoint, top 5 will probably be Lupe, Royce, M, 3K. I can't even name a 5th right now.
I be trying to get in the Lupe. I just can't.
No, if you're talking the music.
No, I'm talking about just rapping bar for bar, like bar up shit.
This nigga, he's teaching now.
Yeah, he teaches the college.
Yes.
Yeah, shout out.
I think 3K is like on another level when he decides to give a verse, like they're just, and maybe that's a cheat code because he doesn't rap as much. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like it's hard, but it's easier to give you.
It's much easier.
Yeah,
you haven't.
And then pop your head out.
I just think
play the
those 4. I don't even know if I can give you a 5 right now, but those 4 I just don't know. As far as rapping is on a whole nother level right now.
It's the game, man. I don't know. Lyrics don't matter no more nowadays anyway. It's just,
no, they don't. But still, some people still appreciate the
I love it.
I'm trying to think.
I heard Method on 2 recent projects. I was like, okay.
Nah, none of them niggas getting any shine over here.
Meth was.
What was he on?
I hated him with Redman. I
never liked Redman.
I did not like their
Redman has always been one of the most overrated to me.
Really?
I'm not a fan of
But I
Redman.
also get if there's no Redman, there's no Eminem. I also understand that.
I'm about to say, come on.
Yeah. Fuck. Rappers.
Redman inspired a lot of Detroit rappers.
What the fuck Method was on?
I think Sean is.
What's up with him, man? He like there, but it's not there. It's like something is missing.
Sean is still focused on the music.
Okay.
Sean can get you.
He can give you some.
You talking about currently?
I actually like Sean's project. Sean can rap.
The last one?
Yeah, this last one. Big Sean?
He put out a
Big Sean?
Yeah.
I thought you were saying Shine. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
That's why I said, are we talking recently?
Probably a couple months ago?
Yeah, it came out recently.
Oh, okay.
I think Sean can rap. Sean can rap his ass off.
I think he don't have that star power. That's probably why.
No, he had it. It just left.
It
dwindled.
He's gonna go down like a Royce though. As far as amongst Detroiters, I think he's gonna go down.
Technically, Sean can rap.
Yeah, Sean can rap. Sean is one of the best to come out of Detroit. So and nobody from the D would dispute that.
I'll probably. So if I could say anybody's creeping up in that 5 spot, is Sean.
Better Me Than You. That one bad actually.
Yeah, from a technical standpoint.
Damn, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
right.
It came and go, huh? I can't even. That's why I can't even get mad when people decide not to do like full albums anymore. I can't get mad at it.
Yeah.
Because they drop and then it's just sitting everybody on to the next.
It's just so much music that's getting released at the same time.
So I think Sean is creeping up in that 5 spot for me. Technical.
Music is just such an oversaturation of mid and trash music to where when you find them gems, it's hard to
But I keep on telling y'all, man. Rap is the easiest form of music to make.
Lord, here you go.
The truth. So that shit comes and goes. It comes and goes. You don't get R&B projects like that. Literally, every week you getting 4 or 5 different rap albums.
There's a level of musicianship you have to have. You have to know how to play certain instruments. You have to have a producer that knows it, as opposed to me just putting the beat together and piecing out something and making
It's the easiest for a lot of these niggas. It ain't even fresh. They be like verses that's already sitting there. They just put them on
and
beat.
rap is more culture first, music second. R&B, you don't have to have a culture attached to the genre. Country's like that.
No,
you have to
I don't
have
know
country
about that
culture with the music. You can't just do the music.
They're a lot more harsher in R&B.
But there's no R&B.
What you mean?
With the critique, yeah, because it's musicianship.
I see what,
but there's no culture attached to it.
We'll accept the motherfucker that sing real good.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We will, and they might not know shit about our culture like that. We don't do that in hip hop.
Like, okay, so like, what's the name's album? What's the name's album? Right? I didn't understand one word this nigga Playboy Cardi.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't understand one word this nigga said the entire album.
Beat was hard,
but them beats was hitting. I turn on some R&B, and if it's one note off, I'm skipping it.
Right.
Yeah.
But you can get a Sam Smith or Adele. They're not from
we're not gonna do this
culture,
no,
but they can sing.
Give another white boy. Give another white girl. They did that shit. Because they did that shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Them wasn't like untalented niggas that just...
Yeah.
They wasn't untalented white folks that just... No, we gonna do that.
But we'll let them
in because they can sing.
Adele shit for that last album being damn near an R&B album and it still be a label pop album.
Yeah.
That's a perfect example.
You can get it if you get into the game. If you want to
culture difference between hip hop and R&B.
Hip hop, you have to have.
We will let Adele do a whole fucking R&B album and gonna love that shit. Let fucking Sam Smith decide he want to rap. It's outrageous.
But see, okay, see, my problem is right. But my problem with that noise is right. I remember maybe it was a year or two ago. My problem with that is right. Tank had everybody's ears when he was coming out saying this shit, right? Mm-hmm. And then the album comes out and it's young nigga shit. You had to, bro. You had everybody was listening to you. Like Tyrese came. I remember when Tyrese was doing the Sam Smith shit, and Tyrese came out, but Tyrese isn't. People don't look at him like an R&B superstar anymore.
That's because of his social media.
Tank had it. Yeah. Tank had everybody listening.
Tank had he had.
And then you fucking turn the album on. What the fuck is this shit?
And it's when we .12.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's my problem. It's like you got niggas. You got niggas listening to the ear. You got niggas saying, you know what? Yeah, he right. They not listening to this shit.
Tyrese, who just put out a certified this
that was a soul album,
soul R&B album.
Didn't nobody listen to Tyrese then? But Tank went on a whole press run about the same thing, and everybody was listening to Tank, and it was a.
It was the same shit we could get from a Chris Brown album.
You think Tyrese's antics kind of made people like not want to check in on him like that?
Absolutely.
No.
That's what I feel like. That's what overshadows his career right now is when he gets online and does like all the meltdowns. He's one of those artists that if he would have stayed like in the background and not so much on social media, people would probably look at him and his legacy totally different.
Same as Kanye.
I think there's I think there's a lot of kids. I think there's a lot of kids that actually don't know that Tyrese did music.
Yeah, because his social media.
Past franchise.
My Shayla, like
when Tyrese comes out, so when Tyrese comes out and he's saying like Sam Smith played me and Sam Smith basically make the same music, but he's getting played on the pop charts. I'm like stuck here. It's like, well, we don't really associate you with like music like that, anyways. So it's kind of like, Tank was still there.
Yeah,
and not only Tank was still there, but you got the only R&B podcast out right now that's specifically for R&B. And then when we turn you on, now that we listen and we turn you on, this some shit that can't be played.
Yeah. And Tank, I feel like the reason why he's so disappointing to me is because he's not one-dimensional. He has many layers to him as a writer, so it's like, why not put that into your own project?
You gotta
it's disappointing.
It sounds. I mean, like I said, it sounds good. It sounds good in theory, but at the end of the day, it's all about that dollar. And you got to go to what works.
Yeah, he had everybody's attention.
Yep.
I'm gonna roll this fucking album out.
Yeah, but like if you look at what he did on TGT, like that was an R&B album. Like you said, it was a classic. When you listen to it, it was a classic. with the exception of maybe like one or two songs where you'd be like, that wasn't really good
I
at the
think
top.
it's probably
But towards the end, the way that it ended, that was a classic album. And it wasn't Wimley.
It was a great album.
It wasn't
a great
Wimley.
album. It was a great album. I don't even think they'll be able to. I don't want to be negative, but I don't even think they'll be able to represent that same energy when this next one comes out. But
I don't even think.
Is it gonna happen?
I don't
They
even
said
know
they
what
back
happened,
together.
but I don't even think
they touring together.
I don't think they can perform that shit. Like, and that's no dig at them.
Yeah.
I just like
That magic was there in that project. It was there.
They
hard
should
to
have
recreate
capitalized
that.
on that at that time because everybody wanted it at that time.
And the main man wasn't getting that much shine.
Who, Genuine?
G.
Yeah.
She was smoking them niggas on a lot of them joints, boys. G was doing his shit. It is all about Tank and Tyrese. But G was doing his shit.
Yeah.
And in terms of music, G is on top of both of them niggas.
Yep.
In terms of music,
absolutely.
Yeah.
and he ain't even,
Projects,
he's like,
everything.
don't even be talked about.
But he's still working.
But I just don't like, I don't like when we get in terms of R&B and when we start talking about the white people music, we go straight to like the Sam Smiths and the Adeles.
So who's the white people that you would say?
John B, Justin Timberlake. Color Me Bad, shit.
But John B and even Justin.
They both put out
they
solid
got put through
projects.
The ringer.
Justin did for sure.
Justin got put through the ringer.
Justin got put through the ringer.
John got put like you don't work with Babyface
Right.
and not have no. Nah, I don't.
I feel like
Tina
Justin
Marie.
didn't really go through the ringer until he went out to the woods, and then it was like we kind of turned our backs on him.
You know what? To be kind of
Like, we
honest, man.
accepted him at first with Gone
No,
and all
that's
that.
what I'm saying. As far as
Yeah.
the ringer of understanding.
The elements
Our
of hip hop.
music.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you
Yeah,
meant like we were
that's
like
what I
criticizing
mean,
him.
like-
Yeah.
John went through the like. John's best friend is fucking Battle Cat. Like, let's
Yeah.
be real. Okay, like
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake, he went through the fucking ringer to
I mean,
understand what we do.
There's not many white artists that I can say that like took advantage of the culture from an R&B standpoint. Now, rap would be something totally different, but like
What about the
'Cause
average white
that
band?
R&B.
That wasn't a thing.
And I can't even throw Post in there because Post is talented. Post is talented. And I hated the nigga for coming in to rap and like
Pink.
using it.
Pink, for
was
sure.
another one.
She used
But
it.
Pink was outspoken about he did not like that. Yeah, Pink was
She
outspoken.
was kind of like
Had
forced
to-
to do it.
Yeah, she was
I feel
forced.
Like LA forced her to. do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
She was forced. Pink was very outspoken about that wasn't her. She wasn't into that. So I can't really. Adele, talented.
You say maybe Christina, maybe.
Aguilera.
Aguilera.
She was poppish always though. She not really.
Yeah,
when
she.
did try to
Well,
get
no,
into-
Genie
But
in a
she
Bottle
was
is
the
a
pop
R&B.
girl that- she was
Had a little
she was
soul
the pop
underneath her a
girl
little
that
bit.
everybody was like, oh yeah, she can sing like a black girl.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah.
thing we doing with Ariana Grande.
I think
Yeah.
I would say Pink is the epitome of, but it wasn't her decision. But I think Pink is the one you could go to and really say she used the culture
Culture
to.
to catapult to another space.
But it was really one and done.
Yeah,
That
It was
one album.
absolutely one and done.
And the singles that they off that first shit.
Oof.
Yeah.
That didn't do her no good.
Yeah. So I would say Pink would be the epitome of, but Adele, talented. Sam Smith, talented. Now, if you want to get into like the problems with the industry and
Yeah.
us not owning nothing and what they doing with the music once it's out, yeah, then we can have an entire discussion. But it ain't like they taking untalented niggas and just.
Right.
Molding them and making them something that they really ain't.
You said did Christina make an R&B song?
Genie in a Bottle is an R&B
Bruh,
song.
yeah.
Most of Christina's singles are R&B records
Yeah.
that were labeled pop.
I always had her
in a
and
bottle.
Britney was.
Which one was it? Fighter or like that song was with a whole nother artist.
Did you have Backstreet?
She has a song
you
that's
think
like a
Backstreet was more
poetry.
R&B or
No, so Backstreet was supposed to be like
New Kids on the Block.
not even.
They all was
They were,
shooting-
Backstreet was originally supposed to be a ballad act. Like Backstreet was supposed to be what 98 Degrees was, which was like strictly.
Yeah.
Like that's why 98 Degrees they were strictly ballads.
So you say 98
98
Degrees is one of
Degrees
them
is
ones.
probably like they were signed to Motown.
They were
Oh,
talented.
okay.
They just didn't have the music. They didn't have the
Yeah,
music.
they just didn't have.
Yeah.
Music. By that time, Max Martin, who was producing all of them, he was not on his decline, but that was the Max Martin to Dr. Luke transition. That's when you started hearing Dr. Luke be big as a producer.
So you say 98 Degrees, but they had him blasting music.
Shit.
But Backstreet, I always looked at Backstreet Boys as more R&B than pop.
Than NSYNC?
Nah, I get that to NSYNC, man.
NSYNC was like, I felt like NSYNC was pop, and then as Justin started to get big, they started this one, the Gawns and shit like that.
No, I feel like they were always kind of.
Backstreet Boys they've been pop the whole time. I don't know many R&B Backstreet Boys songs. Like even Backstreet's Back, like that's a pop record.
Yeah.
You know, even though it might like have a bump to it, like that's pop record.
So the 98 Degrees then.
But
didn't they have the same producers?
Yeah, they all of these groups.
NSYNC and
Britney Spears,
they were owned by the same person.
All had the same producers.
The same white dude that was Winky Toucher.
Huh?
The Winky Toucher producer dude.
Sir.
No.
Oh.
No,
he talking about the one that owned both NSYNC and Backstreet Boys.
That was the manager. But Max Martin was the main producer.
Okay.
The nasty nigga is Dr. Luke.
Okay.
That was
That's a
Max's,
nasty nigga.
Yeah.
assistant. He started.
Yeah, I'm trying because I'm over here in
Gotcha.
full thought, bro, and I can only go to. Now, what I did come to because there is another genre out there where like they were basically like cosplaying, and that's the yacht rock.
Yacht rock.
Oh yeah,
Yacht Rock?
Now-
Rock is crazy.
Ooh,
That was RN. Oh my God!
But they got some good songs.
They just threw
that's
rock.
sailing.
They just threw rock in there to say it was nigga. That's R&B.
real shit.
That's
Yacht
white
rock
people
is
rhyme.
R&B.
I've never heard of this term.
Yacht rock is
Never heard of
literally
Yacht Rock.
R&B.
You gotta
made
watch
by
the
white people.
You gotta watch the
But
fucking.
it's the same niggas that's recording Michael Jackson shit.
Yeah, you gotta watch the CNN. It's a CNN
really
documentary.
crazy.
Nigga, I have my mouth
Michael
open.
McDonald,
Pause.
if
Michael McDonald.
You know him, he's Yacht Rock.
The epitome of.
Oh.
Steely Dan.
Oh, this is like from back in the day?
Yeah.
So
But they called it Yacht
McDonald
Rock.
was signed to Motown. Michael
Yeah, he
McDonald
was.
was supposed to be a fucking.
I didn't know that
R&B
was
guy.
called a joint. I thought it was
Yes.
just R&B.
Look it up.
Yacht Rock.
So was it just Michael McDonald or was it the Doobie Brothers?
No, it's
too?
all them
Yes.
niggas.
Yacht Rock.
We're of it. The Doobie
What about your
Brothers.
boy that sang Do for Love?
Yes.
Yes.
Bobby Caldwell,
Yes.
yeah.
What's about Staying Alive?
Now,
Bee Gees?
it was labeled. It was not labeled Yacht Rock as a genre back then.
It was labeled R.
like the cult following name of it. I think
Yeah.
it was still being put out as pop music. But you gotta understand, these are the same guys that will literally go in a session with Quincy and record.
Yeah.
Michael McDonald was that dude.
Michael
McDonald
McDonald
was
was
At
true.
some point,
Yeah.
at some point, they were showing the
he was one
fucking.
of the most sought after session keyboardists
Yeah.
in LA at that time.
They were showing at some point in the what was it the 70s and 80s. Michael McDonald was on like the top
I believe
top
was like-
5. He was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
there, and then they would. But it was basically like white people R&B.
It is. That's
Yeah,
exactly
so
what it is.
Toto,
I just
you ever
didn't-
heard of the group Toto?
Yeah.
That the epitome of Yacht Rock.
Okay.
That documentary had me fucked up though because I didn't know.
never knew it had
you
a
know what I'm
term, but
saying?
I knew
Just-
these artists. That's
Niggas that
crazy.
wrote Human Nature.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
So it's kind of, just seeing the documentary and like, I'm just looking back and it's like, man, this shit's been a dirty game for a long time.
And they got some hits too.
Yeah.
Like some
Long-lasting
certified.
Because it was
hits.
taking all the niggas off the charts.
That's true. Because when they start booming, I think, besides Mike, who was really popping black artists back then when they was...
No, you still had,
No, you still had.
But not to that same
but it was
stratosphere, though.
to say that we're going to do the same thing you do, but
Put a white face to it.
you can't say that we're...
You can't say we taking it because y'all
Yes.
using us for the same shit.
Gotcha.
So you can't say we taking y'all shit because we're literally the ones playing on your shit.
That's crazy.
And they literally were.
And they
Yeah.
were.
Yeah.
Like
I think
Anthony Marinelli, like that dude literally programmed all of the keyboards for all them niggas.
I think that's why Luther gets so much respect.
Why?
Because he was the background vocalist for a
Yeah,
lot of the
Luther
same
was
niggas.
Was the background vocalist in that change when he created that group? That was during that Yacht Rock.
When I found out when I seen that he was background for David Bowie, I said, oh man, this thing. You ain't had to say nothing else.
Yeah.
And Yacht Rock is really what catapulted a lot of really big session musicians and really big musicians that you know today.
Yeah, but we gotta stop acting like Luther didn't have a beautiful voice, though. You always do that. We gotta stop doing that.
No. I'm not taking away from his voice. I'm just saying that the platform that everybody puts Luther on, you would expect Luther to be more than just one dimensional. If you were to put like all of Luther's credentials, I would think he would have been in pop. He would have been in pop. Shit, some rock. Luther was in a ballad box. That's all he was.
So what is wrong with that?
But I'm saying that if you was to run down his career, right? And I look at Never Too Much. I think Luther desired to be more.
Which is one of my favorites.
I think Luther desired to be more than just a ballad person and was never able to overcome that.
More than just he got more than just ballads.
Yeah.
I think the hits.
After what? He got Bad Boy and like Never Too Much is like he is only Bad Boy to Party. What is it? Bad Boy's Gonna Party.
Yeah.
And Never Too Much is probably as close as he got to outside of a ballad.
Got Kendrick Lamar now.
Yeah, Stop to Love.
Power of Love.
You had 4.
That wasn't his song. Ain't No Stopping Us Now, but he did do a version of that.
A lot of it was cover.
Yeah, but okay.
I'm just saying if you didn't see who he was and you ran down his credentials and how talented he was, I would think Luther was a overall like just pop artist. But in reality he was in a box, and I don't know. I don't think it was a box similar to what we did to quote unquote neo soul artists.
Got you.
Once they coined them niggas neo soul,
That was a
It was
ceiling.
a rap.
what can you do?
Yeah, it's a glass
Yeah.
ceiling. They wasn't going no harder.
He had to start rapping and stuff.
Yeah.
Music.
221.
Oh yeah.
Jeez, we was in here
Listen,
talking.
this how I get when you start talking music.
Was a ballad act starting out.
When he was a pop act, got
No,
booed and went hood.
She couldn't sing up tempo records starting out.
I thought when she
When she had
started,
the slick
it was
back?
all pop.
Yeah.
The slick
They was pushing her as a ballad act.
Saving all my love for you.
Oh yeah,
that shit.
Saving All My Love for sure.
When she was
Yeah.
on tour with the Winans and shit.
Pre Bodyguard. She was
Yeah.
doing the pop
Yeah.
shit. I'm your girl tonight.
Like,
I'm your baby tonight.
Yeah, Wendy with the kitchen.
Yeah, bro. Like
I think that
she
was her
still-
second
She
project.
was still borderline doing like gospel and ballads. Cause she was touring with the Winans.
She just
I never knew that.
as talented
My
as
dad
as
used to be her
as
MC with
talent-
the Winans.
Oh, wow.
as talented as she was, she didn't have her voice for very long. It
But
started to
I'll
go. But I say the same for Mike though. Mike started to fucking lip sync like
Oh, Mike.
pretty early.
Mike was lip syncing probably like by the Bad tour. But you also got to think.
He was been singing since he was a kid.
Mike has
Yeah.
been doing tours like that since he was
Yeah.
8 years old. So like, yeah.
And then and then also when you're
Yeah,
a
you
powerhouse singer like Whitney Houston, it's like, can you imagine screaming every single night? These tour dates are back to back to back. There's really no rest.
I wonder how the
I mean,
fuck.
shit. That's why Adele had to get surgery.
Yeah.
A lot of people can't hang with like. We talk shit today, but a lot of motherfuckers can't do what the niggas doing back.
Yeah.
then.
So okay. So Noise. Before we get out of here, because now I'm very very curious. For the people that do this as a business, singers, how do they take care of their voice from a night to night basis
That's
when
where
you're
vocal
using
training
it?
comes in. That like a lot of, contrary to popular belief, a lot of vocalists don't have proper vocal training, and they wait till it's too late to get a vocal coach that will teach them the exercises that they need to do to properly warm up. Because you shouldn't just be going out on stage raw, not warmed up at all. You'll fucking develop polyps on your fucking vocal cords like that because you're overstressing the vocal cords are like a muscle. If you go out here driving down the lane, don't stretch out, you're gonna tear your fucking Achilles.
Yeah.
It's the same kind of thing.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of vocalists have vocal coaches that keep them right. They keep them doing exercises. It ain't just about the tea and honey and all of that shit. There's exercises. Like one of the exercises my mom teaches is like called the ragdoll stretch, which is literally just a breathing and stretching exercise to warm you up. Ain't got shit to do with you saying a single note. But every vocalist and every known vocal coach is gonna teach you that. You know.
That's the part that's crazy to me because I'll be lip syncing early. Right?
Seth Riggs, Michael's vocal coach, is the one that told him to start lip syncing.
But you're doing it so much. Like you said,
Exactly.
Mike's tours was long as
Mike's
shit.
tours were world tours. There's no humanly possible way. That nigga would be hoarse every night if he was singing every night. He
that's
wouldn't
crazy.
have no voice.
That's
Shout out
fair.
to Mike.
And then you're naturally, when you're in arenas, Mike is playing places like Wembley.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck how loud that in-ear is in your ear. You still, based on where you're at, you're going to overly project.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be asking wifey this question all the time. Is that because so you can hear yourself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And not so much of the stage volume.
So would they re-record it like a live track and then just take that and lip sync that? Or they
So
use the
so I'll tell you what Mike was planning to do with the This Is It tour because my uncle Alex Al was a bass player.
Okay.
So what the plan was is they were going to do an actual dress rehearsal and record him for that. He was gonna sing it full out. Day before he died, they did that rehearsal. He was singing full out. It wasn't no lip syncing.
Okay.
They were gonna record that and use that as the live
The
track.
audio. Okay.
So that way it has the imperfect. Because what people stopped doing is doing a studio backing track. So like what you.
So if you add some
what you hear at a lot of
imperfections,
Super Bowls is you're hearing a dress rehearsal of the performance. Is really what you're hearing.
so it's still imperfections marked in,
Yeah.
kind of, sort of.
So that the
Get the audio.
average listener and viewer it's harder for them to catch that as lip syncing because you're hearing this motherfucker breathing heavy, you're hearing the imperfections, but you gotta really pay close attention because they gonna drop that mic a little too low at some point.
So like the Kendrick performance, that was pre-recorded track of the dress rehearsal.
Yeah, that's pre-recorded.
I heard you could hear the crowd in the
Yeah.
background. It sounded like this is one thing and then this.
So
is
the
another.
crowd noise is put in.
Right.
Crowd noise is put in. But yeah, when you're
Wait,
like
whoa. Crowd noise is put in during a
It's a backtrack.
halftime.
Yeah.
Oh, that's some bullshit. So it was quiet in there.
Well,
what you hear on the playback versus what you hear
in the
live
stadium is different.
way-
It's completely different.
Like it's way louder on the playback now than what
Okay,
you heard
okay.
in the stadium. But yeah,
Damn, that's
what you
crazy.
heard-
Kendrick's vocals was like the
Like,
dress
take-
rehearsal.
Yeah, so like take when Usher did his, right?
I know the her shit was completely
Yeah,
guitar synced.
yeah. All of that shit pre-recorded. They recorded that shit at Cashman Center.
Gotcha.
I know the guitar shit. You could just tell.
And the reason
Yeah.
why is because with the Super Bowl, you got it's strictly time, but also you can say some stupid shit
Makes sense.
on a live mic. But some kind of way that nigga did get a live mic at the end.
Kendrick.
Usher did.
Oh, Usher.
Some kind of way.
Mm.
Because that the A to
A to the what the fuck he was saying? The LV to the, he brought A to the
yeah
some shit.
That was live mic.
Mm.
Yeah.
But I know the her part.
But
she didn't even
yeah,
act that.
yeah.
She didn't even act that part out. I knew she wasn't.
if I remember.
And honestly, a lot of those big boy band tours and shit like that were done like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
9 times out of 10, like there might be a ballad where they actually singing. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And shit like that.
It would have
But
to be like an intimate video.
Niggas when niggas is like moving around and shit like that.
Yeah.
You can pretty.
When you talk about like House of Blues, you not lip syncing House of Blues,
Nah.
Brooklyn Blow, shit like that. You,
amplificators.
now we're talking
Nah,
like
we're talking arenas, stadiums.
Yeah.
We're not talking
Yeah.
700, 1,500 seaters. We talking they're too far away to even see your mouth move. They pretty much have to look at the screen the whole time.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, shit, man. With that being said, man, so this was good, man.
Man.
Shit, I like listening to shit I ain't never heard before.
Yeah, man. Catch me on I am S to the O, Instagram and Twitter.
Shayna_Candy everywhere.
Just call me Spence on Twitter. Views from the 7 everywhere. View 7 Network on
YouTube.
YouTube. Man, we up out of here next week. Peace.